黄的。亲爱的战友们好啊！所有的国内的同胞们，大家好这是在国媒体和路德先生、路德社还有战友之声的 Sarah 现在正在进行的文贵看春晚之后的2月6号，和班农先生、凯琳女士以及路德先生和 Sarah 女士连线，谈一谈文贵看春晚的2月4号节目，大家的所有关心的问题和焦点。并会接受呢，今天主要的是在这个3方连线当中接受来自于Sarah 还有路德先生战友之声提出的各种问题，由班农先生和凯琳女士给大家做出回答。那么现在呢，请这个所有的战友们把所有的问题请发给这个战友之声Sarah 或路德先生，他们会提出问题。今天的这个同时国媒体也在直播，国媒体上我也会看所有直播当中你们留下的问题，我也会提问这2位。那么中间我也会穿插各种问题。还有一个战友们，咱们今天有游戏规则，游戏规则就是所有的提问题不要超过1分钟，最好30秒，最多给40秒。Sarah 和路德先生会来对这个事情呢做出一个这个判断。那么路德先生问一个问题，战友之声的 Sarah 问一个问题，然后呢，我这边中间可能穿插问题，可以问班农提出来，问班农先生的，还是问凯琳的，还是问我的然后呢，由路德先生和 Sarah 交叉着来提出问题。那么我们会有同声传译。今天的同声传译不一样的事情，班农先生呢，大家都想听他说话原因。今天我们的翻译就在我们对面坐着，说既有他的原因，也会呢。有翻译的声音在今天我们是很轻松，主要是回答所有的战友们对文贵看春晚爆料的各种节目和爆的料，你们的看法和你们的问题和你们的观点再次的祝14亿同胞和战友们2019年新年快乐。现在呢，请大家可以这个提问问题，在提问之前，请给30秒这个有翻译给班农先生简单说一下刚才我讲的话，谢谢。
Okay, so today, first of all, I wish everyone 2019 Happy New Year. And then today we have Mr. Bannon and Karen and myself answering questions that raised by Mr. Luda and also Sarah. And then please, all the questions, and please raise it to the Warrior's friend. And then also that Luda and Sarah is going to represent those questions and relay those questions to Mr. Bannon and Karen and myself. And so today the rule is that all the questions should be limited within 30 seconds, perhaps the most is 40 seconds, and then raised by Sarah and Luda alternating. And then also sometimes I myself, Miles, would also ask some questions to Mr. Bannon and Sarah, Karen as well. So that is briefly just summarizing what had been said. And so today we also have the interpreting for Mr. Bannon, and because everyone wants to hear Mr. Bannon's original voice, so we're going to show Mr. Bannon and Karen's original voice, and the interpreter is going to interpret afterward. And then so now we wish everyone again Happy New Year, and then we'll start with the question and answer.
现在先请班农先生这个给大家说几句新春致贺词，然后凯琳女士致贺词。然后呢，我们开始提问题，请班农先生给大家祝贺这个新年
So we're going to start by Mr. Bannon say some well-wishing words to the people, and then Karen, and then we will start with Q&A.
Look, I'd like to welcome you again to the show. Miles, thank you so much for having me on. The people at Guo.Media are really honored to be part of your New Year's and New Year's Day celebration. As we welcome you, it's another beautiful winter day here in New York City, Manhattan. As you can see right in back of us, the Guo.Media studios are right in the middle of all the action here in Midtown Manhattan. In back of us, you can see not just Central Park, but all the famous buildings on Central Park South. We're actually on 5th Avenue. So we welcome you from New York City and look forward to having a great show today and to talk to all the people in China and throughout the world that want to get more information on the rule of law, the investigations, Guo.Media, and everything we're doing both here in the United States, outside of China, for the Chinese people, and also in mainland China.
首先的话呢，再次的欢迎大家过来观看我们这个的光媒体的直播的节目，我非常的荣幸能够呢再次在这里跟大家各位是见面的。今天我们是一个的非常美丽的一个的纽约市冬季的一个的天气。那么而且呢，我们的背景呢还是这个的中央公园，而且呢是全纽约最漂亮的一些的建筑物呀，还有是这一些的各种的那个的艺术性的东西呢，都是在我们第5大道上的。所以呢，在此呢更加的跟大家就是祝贺新春的快乐。而且的话呢，我们希望今天再次的出现一个的最好的一个的节目直播，我可以在这儿呢是跟大家是谈话，而且为大家介绍呢是我们法治的基金，我们在中国海外所做的工作，能够帮助大家的工作。
好，请凯琳女士。
我再次感谢大家，因为我知道听说这个春节
河南普通话来了。
这个看春晚的人就特别多，非常的多，所以我感谢每一个人，因为就对我们每一个人的支持非常非常的重要。那他们俩是非常专业的，我才初级呢，所以我感谢大家的耐心和对我的这个支持。我再次祝贺大家就新年快乐，新年2019年，猪年快乐。
So that I also am here. I'm Karen, and then I thank you all for the support and the patience. And I'm very honored to appear in the Chunwan, watch Chunwan this program. And I wish you all very happy 2019. And as Mr. Guo just saying that I am speaking to you in my Mandarin with Henan accent.
这个我在凯琳身上看到了，这个学语言确实要找女朋友男朋友，这个永远难改，但是很好。凯琳的先生非常的大气，是学这个在 NYU 教中国现代史的非常非常的棒，非常大气所以说呢很包容，非常好。要按中国的话，这绝对是不行的。中国的男人呢，娶对象呢，爱找处女这个女的找对象呢，要找处男。我在讲到这儿，我给大家讲一个故事，等一下
So you see, I congratulate Karen, and you know, she is truly, if you need to learn Mandarin, that you do need or learn a language, you need to find a boyfriend or girlfriend to teach you that, so that you learn the most authentic of the language. But anyway, Karen's husband is great and a wonderful guy, and he is a professor in NYU teaching China modern history. You see, that such a thing will not happen in China, because in China, that if they are looking for boyfriend, they would want to have a virgin boy or girlfriend, a virgin girl. And then, so I can tell you another story later on. But anyway, Happy New Year.
因为这个我要给大家讲的一个什么故事呢？就是孟建柱、孙丽军每年春节，孙丽军都要给孟建柱找5个处女，有心脏的、新疆的，还有云南的，还有外国的。特别是孟建柱喜欢阿富汗的。为什么要找5个处女呢？他母亲活了100来岁，现在还活着呢换了好多肾换了几次肝呢。孟建柱呢8块肌肉中国政法委书记，这个情报头子。孙立军为啥要找处女？因为他迷信，在过去我说过，吃阴枣还要找处女，他认为会养生。但是我告诉大家的事情，这就是无知，这就是愚蠢，这就是对人类的摧残。我稍后会讲大家细节，等一会儿先咱一会儿让 Sarah 开始提问问题，班农先生，先听听班农性感的声音，这个比处女管用，我们未来揭发共产党的最大丑恶
Allow me spend just 30 a minute to tell you about an anecdote about the virgin. in China, you see that around this kind of time, Chinese New Year time every year, that Sun Lijun would find 5 virgin girls for Meng Jianzhu, and those 5 virgin girls usually will be coming from like Yunnan, Xinjiang, Tibet, and sometimes overseas. And then he particularly favored the virgin girls from Afghanistan. The reason that the Sun Lijun would be sending virgin girls as gift to Meng Jianzhu is because that he was superstitious. He believes that the virgin girls, having sex with virgin girl, would actually give them the eternal life. Of course, that is ignorance and all that, but that is why that is such a politics, a political body is such a wicked and evil organization. And then you see the thing is that Meng Jianzhu's mother is still alive, and he's over 100 years old, and then changing all these organs already. But the thing is that he's still sleeping with virgin girls. And so I'm coming down to receiving questions from Sarah and Luda.
这不是笑话，战友们，这是中国每天都在发生的事实。这是要班农先生和凯琳女士他们脑子是不敢想象的。他们觉得这是荒唐的，但是在我们中国就是发生，谁都知道。在中国看电视的人，警察们，你们知道发不发生？他们每年新年的时候说开处，就是打开困难，处你上升啊，开处嘛，处是同音，叫上升。这是人类上多么邪恶的一个组织，这就叫 CCP 共产党。这是为什么我们在这里。所以班农先生和凯琳女士听起来很荒唐，这个荒唐就是我们的现实。
And I can assure you that this is not a joke. It is truly happening every day in China. And then, maybe in Mr. Bannon's mind and maybe in Karen's mind, it is completely ludicrous and a ridiculous thing that actually is still happening. But I can tell you that it is really happening in China. The police are in China, they're all aware of this. And then, they have a saying that about this time, it is a time of opening up the virgins. So that it is such a wicked thing that is happening, and that is why that we should not be really allowing that.
好，现在就请 Sarah 女士啊，这位 Sarah 女士见过班农先生啊。这个刚才这个班农先生一看，哎呦，这美女又出现了。这个现在请我们的 Sarah 美女第一个代表这样来问这个班农先生的问题，请。
Okay, so that we have Sarah here first of all, and Sarah had met with Mr. Bannon before, and our beautiful lady Sarah, please ask your first question.
哦，没听到声音 ，no voice，no voice， 好的。What？ 没有声音。哦。好的 ，Sarah， 好的。
Sarah, please. Sarah, 请等一下，我们这里没有声音。Sarah, please hold on. We don't have your voice here.
Well, we're getting Sarah in. Can I just want to respond to what Miles just said. I think this is one of the reasons the Me Too movement is getting such traction in the West. It's abuses like that that you just talked about, Miles, in the this whole thing with the young virgins and young girls being exploited. That's caused the Me Too movement to get such traction in the West, and hopefully that will start to impact the way that the rulers of China are abusing these young girls. But it's a situation that they clearly, as you just mentioned, has to end.
其实呢，我现在呢听不到 Sarah 提出的问题，所以我来回应一下刚刚呢是文贵所说的话呀。那么其实就是因为呢，我们也知道呢，很多的年轻的女孩子啊，那一些的处女这一些呢，可能是受到大家的这个的剥削或者是一个的虐待危害的。所以呢，我们是在这个的美国呀，有这个的 Me Too 的运动，就是说是我也是的一个的运动，是大家呢都站起来，是向那一些的对性虐待的人支持，而且呢就是提出这个的反抗。那么正是有这样的运动的话呢，我想呢，希望这个的运动也可以延伸到是中国的大陆地方，让当地的这一些的领导也是知道呢，世界上有这样的事情，不应该再去这个的虐待或者是这个的剥削一些的年轻的女孩。
Sarah， 你能听见吗 ？Sarah， 你能说吗？
没出来，你试一下从 iPad 那边能不能出来声音？他们也听不到我们。
哎 ，Sarah， 你说吧 ，Sarah。
好，听到了吗？
听到你说，哎。
巴东先生您好， 高兴又看到你了，非常高兴你跟我们郭先生在一起。那么我就直接提问啊，这是来自我们战友的问题，就是大家非常感兴趣，就是当初习近平先生写信给川普总统的一封信，就是关于遣返郭文贵先生的信，他到底有没有习近平先生的亲笔签字？谢谢班农先生。
Okay, the first question is asking Mr. Bannon in relation to the letter that Mr. Xi Jinping wrote to President Trump concerning the repatriation of Mr. Guo. Now, Mr. Bannon, on that letter, was there a signature of Mr. Xi Jinping on it?
Yes, I don't know if it was stamped or if it was a signature, but it looked like it was a signature, right? But it could have been a stamp. But this was this was transmitted by the person who transmitted it as being from him. So I don't know if his original, because I didn't have a time to look at his original signature or a stamp. But it definitely felt like it was official, and the whole presentation the entire time. You got to remember, they've been. The officials in CCP have been after the extradition of Miles Kwok for quite a while, and I think it's obvious now why there was so much official pressure to extradite Miles, and that's because of his whistleblowing on the scandals, particularly H&A. Right? Remember, if you go back in time, in the spring of 2017, Miles would come out and expose huge scandals like H&A and others, and people would laugh at him and mock him, and they'd sue him, and they'd say he was crazy, or they're going to sue him for defamation, and everything became true. Whatever he said on Voice of America, whatever he said, as time goes on and more documents comes out, everything Miles has said is true about H&A, these other scandals, right? And all the defenses that were put up by executives of these companies and Chinese government officials has been untrue. And quite frankly, what's outrageous in the extradition of Miles and trying to extradite Miles is people should ask the question, why has everything that either a Chinese official, government official, and or somebody from a company has put forward, that's turned out to be a lie? And particularly the people of Henan. I mean, one of the reasons I think this is so important, and I think why government officials are trying to get him extradited out of the United States and back to China where they're controlling him, is that everything he's talking about is about stealing resources from the Chinese people. And H&A is a perfect example. That was a regional, airline and airline service company that was essentially owned in a large part by the people in the region. And what he exposed is that they kind of took that and really set these phony trusts up in the United States and really gave the stock to themselves. So they really took tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars of wealth and lent the money from the Chinese people, excuse me, to create how big these companies were, and then they really stole the equity. And so this is a scandal of just immense proportions. And yes, the extradition efforts were coming at the highest level and with the most ferocity, and I don't think it stopped. I think as Miles has more shows like this and more shows like the New Year's Eve special, and continues to put documents out, and we should refer back to this, the documents from the other day. I mean, these were one after the other of really stories about Hong Kong, the Dalai Lama, Taiwan, North Korea, what happened here in the United States with in Malaysia, what happened with the Jolo scandal, what happened with American officials in the United States who were corrupt, who were taking money. I mean, the show the other day was really, 5 or 6 hours of just one expose after the other. So I think we will continue to have pressure on Miles Kwok and others like Miles Kwok, whoever tries to tell the truth. Whoever tries to tell the truth about the CCP and how the CCP is suppressing and enslaving the Chinese people and stealing the common man's resources in China, the more people do that, like yourselves and others, there's going to be continual pressure on those people.
那么呢，其实呢，我在那封信上面呢是看到呢， 一个的签名，又或者不仅仅是一个的签名，也可能是一个的印章。那么呢，而且呢是真正的一些的正式的官式的一个的印章，或者是一个的签名。那么当然那个的时候，他们告诉我这封信是那个的习近平的信。那么那如果是上面是有一个的签名或者是一个的印章的话呢，我就相信是那个的习近平的一个的印章或者是他的签名。当然我不知道呢是否一个的原本。那么这个呢是我当时获得的一个的信息啊。那么当然呢，你也可以想象一下，因为是中共的一些的官员们在那个的时候呢，正是呢非常的着急，想要把郭文贵先生呢是遣返到是中国的。那么但是呢，你又觉得为什么他们要那么的那个的着急的要把郭文贵先生是遣返这个的中国呢？是因为在当时文贵是在那个的进行很多的直播在直播上呢是暴露了那个的海航那一些的事情。那么而且呢是在2017年的春季的时候，他就说出了很多是相关于是海航以及是其他的一些的大的机构在这里所做的一切的犯罪的行为。那么而且呢，当时呢也有很多的这一些的机构呢向文贵是进行一些的控告他这个的诽谤。那么但是如果他没有说真实的话，那么这一些的公司或者是这一些的机构为什么，还有这一些的政府的官员为什么那么的着急想要是把他遣返到会去这个的中国呢？我们也看到呢，在从2017年以后到现在，很多的事情已经是证实呢，文贵先生所说的话呢都是真实的话，而且呢就是暴露了这一些的中国的官员这一些的机构所说的话，对他做出的这个的控告呢，都是一些的撒谎的，都是一个的假话的。就是因为呢，文贵在这个的直播当中是说出了很多是中共以及是这个的中国的大型的这一些的机构的获得中国的共产党的支持，来到呢盗取中国老百姓的资源。你想，这个海航这个的公司，它原来是一个的地区上的一个的国有的企业，就是老百姓他们的资源的支持之下，可以是开创的一个的航空的公司。但是后来他们就是把这一些的资源呢盗取了，然后呢把自己的这个的钱包他们自己的财富，那么使到呢他们成为一个很大的这一些的企业。而且这个的企业呢最后呢还是落在一个的个人的这个的信托的基金上，所以他们就是说盗取了大家老百姓的这一些的金钱财富资源。那么文贵呢是在直播上把这一些的事情都是公开了。那么所以的话，我相信呢是中共呢不会停止，他们一定会呢继续的来到呢想要把这文贵遣返，他们才可以呢继续的对这一些的说出真相的人来到呢是进行迫害的。比如说我们过去那个的星期那个的6，我们星期1的时候2月4号的时候，我们是进行了5个小时的直播。我们当时呢在节目当中呢是听到了我们不断的公开一些的事情。那么比如说是说出香港的这一些的文件台湾的文件达赖喇嘛的视频而且就是也说出了这个的中共如何是连同一些的美国的官员还有来到对于这个的马来西亚来到进行这一些的盗取那么这一些的事情呢，我们还会继续的把它谈下去，把它呢切入，让大家是知道。所以呢，中共对于这个的郭文贵的迫害呢，也会继续的延续下去。
哎呀，这个现在网络上一片赞声不是班农先生，你翻译。
So now we can see online that we hear a lot of
是谁？大家猜猜？
a
大家
lot
都
of
看到了。
people.
赞是翻译，说这个香港翻译忒厉害了，忒厉害了。
So that we seem to have lots of compliments coming online, and it is not just praising Mr. Bannon's answer, and it's also praising the interpreter.
What's from?
那个现在呢，刚才呢，这个咱们对这个翻译这位小姐太厉害了，香港翻译忒厉害了那么刚才这个撒拉的问题已经这个问的特别好。我相信刚才范总先生所回答我觉得 Sarah 在咱们战友之声，我刚才看都在呢。这个每句话都值得深思，都值得挖一挖都值得挖一挖，特别好。现在我们有请路德先生路德先生在吗？ 现在请路德先生来向这个班农先生提问，请。
Okay, so a while ago that Sarah's question asked so brilliantly, and Mr. Bannon's answer was even more worthy of thought. And in fact, every word, every sentence is worthy of further dwelling into it, and a lot of fruitful thought. Now that we are now asking Mr. Luder to raise his question to Mr. Bannon.
班德先生你好，我们有个网友问，昨天就是川普总统在国会的新的咨询这个报告里头演讲，非常讲到说，他说我非常尊重习主席，我们正在与中国达成新的贸易协定，但协定必须包括真正的结构性改革，以结束不公平的贸易行为，减少长期贸易逆差和保护美国就业机会。我想问一下这个川普总统所提到的真正的结构性改革，您是怎么理解的？
So you see that Mr. Bannon, we know that yesterday President Trump presented the State of Union last night, and in his State of Union address, he mentioned that he respected President Xi. And then also that he actually would negotiate further for the new trade agreement with China. And then he would want to see some structural reform from that agreement. And then also to reduce further of the trade deficits to the United States. And then also that it's going to have increasing more jobs for the United States and not depleting jobs opportunities in the United States. So what I wonder is that when he's talking about more structural reform for the trade agreement, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, I think this is by the way, a brilliant question, and this is only the best analysts who were focused on the speech last night really picked that up. So it shows that you were really watching the speech with a lot of intensity.
那你这个的问题呢是非常这个的好的问题啊。那么呢，只有是一些的最精通是中美关系的人呢，一些的分析员才能够呢是了解他昨天晚上所说的这个话的意思。那么这个也就是证明你的质量，而且呢也是证明你有是密切的关注他的这个的演讲的。
The key to I think having prosperity in both countries and prosperity that can take us forward as a world economy is fundamentally some structural reform in China. It's one of the reasons the wages are so low in China, one of the reasons that so much of what the Chinese working man and the Chinese common man does is really for slave wages, is this kind of structural ownership of state-owned industries where really the leaders of the CCP kind of take all the cash for themselves, right? And that's what President Trump has been talking about, and really people around the world. It's not just simply a trade deal. It's really to get structural reforms inside of China's economy so that China's economy can really be more like the world's economy and more like the world's businesses where workers have ability to have better wages, better living conditions, etc. And I think this is what we're talking about here. It's twofold. Number one, you hear this whole thing about the trade deficit, and that's one part of it, right, in currency manipulation. But the harder part, and what President Trump committed last night, and this is what's so important, I think, for people throughout the world, he said he's just not going to do a trade deal. He is really focused on major structural reforms within the Chinese economy. And for the Chinese working men and women out there, you should understand, this is one of the things that the corrupt cadre of the CCP doesn't want to do. And the reason is that they take all that value for themselves, right? They skim that essentially off the top. And that is what President Trump has been saying, that we've got to have structural reforms in China so everything's kind of on a level playing field, and the Chinese workers and the Chinese workforce have a right to participate, and then the whole world's economy can kind of grow. The way it is right now is the elites in China are really skimming off the top.
那么其实呢，这个的我们所说呢，特朗普的总统，他是谈到呢，是希望要看到是中国有一些的结构性的改革。他的意思就是说呢，其实他不仅仅是关注于是要跟中国进行这个的贸易的协议的谈判那么的简单的，他主要是希望是可以看到呢，是中国的经济是有一个的结构性的改革，因为他认为呢，是中美的经济能够同时能够可以繁荣呢，是这个对世界的经济是非常的重要的。所以呢，他非常的关注于，希望是可以看到是中国的老百姓、中国的工人们，他们的在工作上不仅仅是获得一个的好像奴隶一样的那么低廉的工资，希望呢，他们可以呢是获得一个的公平的。有一个的提升的工资，因为现在正是这个的情况，就是说是中共他们是有一些的国营的企业，他们的上层的人都可以拿到很好的这个的工资啊，或者是一些的福利，但是呢，他们正是呢是剥削了我们地下层的工人他们的工资，以及是让他们在最低廉的这个的工资上呢来到进行他们的工作，这样呢是不公平的。因此呢，是特朗普的总统他说。认为现在要进行的不仅仅是说要进行一个的贸易协议的一个的谈判，不仅仅要处理这个的中国人民币操纵的这个的事情，而且他们必须要是进行中国国内经济的改革，让呢是工人们的工资可以获得一个提升。而且呢，是他们的福利更加的好，让工人可以在一个的公平的氛围之下是工作。这样的话呢，可以是提升是中国的经济以及是全球的经济，这个是我们认为最重要的事情。
这个现在啊，网络上啊，这个都喜欢今天这种模式，叫 down to earth 接地气儿啊。然后呢，刚才啊，要赢的话。Sarah 已经输了啊！现在是对这个路德先生的这个问题，大家都觉得大战啊！我这块儿各种哇，这个路德问题问得太好了，范子先生太好。现在 Sarah 你输了啊，1-0。现在请 Sarah 再问个问题啊。
So it seems like that from the response.
先生，那么我们现在非常感兴趣、非常关心的一个问题就是法治基金。那么我想代表我们的战友们请问班农先生。我们可以为那个法治基金做点什么事？还有我们人们是该怎样向法治基金捐款？请班农先生回答，谢谢。
Okay, so in fact that we hear a lot of the compliments from online, from our friends from all over the world. They were responding to Mr. Luder's question to Mr. Bannon. And then in fact that if there is a competition between Sarah and Luder, Sarah has lost because so many people praising Luder's question to Mr. Bannon. And that the question was brilliant and that Mr. Bannon's answer was wonderful. So now it is 1-0, and the 1 to Luder, Sarah is 0. So Sarah must work harder to catch up. So Sarah's next question to Mr. Bannon is in relation to the Rule of Law Foundation. So Mr. Bannon, as we are if we want to support the Rule of Law Foundation, so what, as we, all the supporters and fans can do in order to help the Rule of Law Foundation, in what way that we can help, and if we were to make donation, how should we make that donation? In what channel that we can make that donation?
Well, there's two forms of donations. One is monetary, but I think that is secondary. We're raising funds other ways, but there will be. We'll put up online how you can access that. But I think much more importantly, I think this is what the power is, and particularly for those Chinese citizens that have lived overseas now, that have actually been able to get out of mainland China and can breathe the air of freedom, whether that's in the United States or Australia or Canada, throughout the world. I think what's most important is for the Chinese community, overseas Chinese, to bind together in social media and help us at Rule of Law push these stories so that everybody understands them. I don't think we're going to be successful until the mainstream media in the West, and that is the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN, BBC, Canadian TV, Australian, ABC in Australia, to the great newspapers, the radio networks, the TV networks, that every day that they're following these stories that we are at the Rule of Law Foundation are trying to highlight. of those people in China that have been imprisoned, have been forced to commit suicide, have been murdered or disappeared, and what's happened to their families. So I think that the number one thing you can do is not really your dollar resources, although that would always be appreciated over time. The most important thing you can do is what you do today in your TV show, your broadcast online, is to take through social media and just help us push out these stories so that everybody knows what's going on. I think that this tragedy that is going on inside of mainland China to the noble Chinese people, by really a dictatorship of this radical cadre of CCP, is unacceptable. And the brutality, as we saw on the show the other day, is absolutely unacceptable. And it's incumbent upon us at the Rule of Law Foundation, at Guo.Media, Miles Kwok, Ms. Karen, everybody that works at Guo.Media, and we beseech all of our friends in social media throughout the world just to help us push these stories out every day and give voice to the voiceless in mainland China.
那我认为呢，你们可以是有两方面是可以支持我们的当然就是也可以是从金钱上来到呢是支持我们，但是金钱上的支持对于我们来说呢还是其次的事情。最主要的，我们认为呢是我们人们是有一个的团结的力量来到支持我们这个的法治的基金。怎么说呢？就是这样的就说现在有很多的身处在海外的华人，他们可以是居住在中国以外的地方，他们可以呼吸这个的自由的空气，比如说是在澳大利亚呀、美国呀、加拿大呀，在海外的地方的这一些的海外的华人们，他们应该是好像你们一样的利用社交的媒体，我们联合起来，是把我们所知道的这一些的发生是在中国国内的事情，这样的这个的欺压的这个的对老百姓是进行这一种的迫害欺骗欺负的事情呢，都把它是宣传开去。那么因为的话呢，当然是我们是非常的希望是获得国外的一些的主流的媒体的支持，那么只有是这些的主要的媒体可以是对于我们现在不停的进行的报道的事情，也把它每天的在电视上，在他们的报章上，在他们的媒体上也不断的报道的话，我们是才可以真正的可以形成一个的主流的力量比如说是纽约时报呀、CNN BBC 加拿大的电视台还有是澳大利亚的电视台如果是他们华盛顿邮报他们不断的支持我们，也跟我们是在的战友们在这个的线上的社交媒体上连成一线，形成一个的强大的力量，让我们是可以呢报道把这个的中共一小数人对于崇高的老百姓们的这样的一个的迫害的事情不停的报道，让大家都可以是世界上的每一个人都关注，那么我们才可以真正的取得一些的成功，这个就是大家可以做的支持。
刚才
这个问题问得特别棒，Sarah加油，1-1。
I think that this question raised by Sarah is particularly brilliant. I support Sarah. I think that now it is 1-1.
我们的办公室有2个 Sarah 粉丝，一个王艳萍，一个 Carrie。只要一说到 Sarah， 这俩女人就简直疯了一样就是对这个 Sarah 好，我都知道 Sarah 到底是你是什么性别这俩女人这么喜欢你，这么难搞的俩女人。这个刚才这个大家的留言当中对班农先生的回答呢，是大家觉得非常非常的得到了正面的回答，欢欣鼓舞你先翻译一下这个。
So that in fact that I don't know why that we have two great fans of Sarah for you, that Karen is your big fan, Yvette is your big fan. Whenever that we mentioning your name, Sarah, then they are like acting so mad and so crazy. I wonder, what is your gender? Are you really a woman? Why are they so crazy about you? But anyway, so that we have this great answer from Mr. Bannon, and then we can feel this positive energy coming through, and we are really encouraged.
这位咱们的战友叫凤凰9天，说我太爱班农了
And so we have this online friend, sending a message, and his name or her name is Phoenix 9 Day, and he said or she said that I love Mr. Bannon so much.
然后说翻译姐姐太厉害了。
And then also have some compliment for the
很多
interpreter.
人
Thank you.
现在翻译姐姐不是翻译姐姐啊，翻译姐姐比我大，她都这90多岁了，不要姐姐了，翻译奶奶，我告诉你啊。现在呢，这刚才半东先生现在已经是赢了啊，问题。像翻译奶奶现在很厉害啊，Sarah 和路德1比1啊，凯琳刚才直接支持，失去原则，裁判要当裁判，现在直接去踢球了啊！行，赞成你。那么现在请这个路德先生啊继续问班农先生问题。
Okay, so that now that we grade, and so we have Sarah and Luda now is 1-1, and then everyone is loving Mr. Bannon, and then also the old lady of our interpreter, and then so that now that please Mr. Luda and continue to ask question to Mr. Bannon.
好的，班农先生，大家知道现在中共啊在美国有大量的这种海外资产啊，通过各种方式，这是第一。第二就是他们这种海外的资产，也要通过这种间谍啊或者特务的方式来渗透啊，形成各种各样的组织，还包括去年年底就司法部一个前官员啊，司法部官员主动认罪啊，配合这个中共方面在遣返工会方面。帮助做了大量的这种受贿工作。现在就是美国有一个法案叫做 RICO 法案，原称就是 Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organization， 就是翻译成中文就是犯罪组织的渗透、腐败组织规制法，就专门里面就谈到了就是这个行贿受贿这块，就是法治基金，大家知道对中共现在在美国的这种很隐秘的这种行为啊，是否可以用这个法案来进行对中共的这种大量的这种运作，有组织的这种行贿受贿这种犯罪运作，是否可以通过这个法案来操作啊？这种操作的话，未来就是这种操作能否给我们介绍一下这个法案的一些独特性？这个法案和其他法案有什么区别性？因为据我了解，这是针对当年是主要就是美国的这种各种黑社会，就是黑手党组织专门订立的一些法案。好，我的问题就在这里啊。
Okay. So my question to Mr. Bannon is this. Now that we know that there are a lot of Chinese assets, in overseas, and in fact, the enormous amount of assets of China that are actually now that are situated overseas. Now that is one thing, and then we also know that such enormous amount of asset of China was being deployed as the resources for the spy system and intelligence system, and then being utilized to infiltrate into the U.S. mainstream organizations and societies, and helping out to spreading the network of the intelligence and spies for China. And then we also hear that from last year, at the end of last year, that there was government officials from the Department of Justice, Higginbotham's, and receiving bribery and helping out the CCP into the scheme of repatriation of Miles Guo. Now that based on what we understand, I also know that there was a bill in the United States, perhaps my pronunciation is not quite correct, it's the RICOS and something like that, and it's basically anti-organized crime, and a bill that is organized crime and also prohibiting the government officials receiving bribery and in the aid of the organized criminals organizations. So now I wonder if we could actually make use of that bill in tackling against the organized activities of the Chinese Communist Party, infiltrating into the United States organizations and the various systems. So if we could use that, maybe that we could actually prosecute those organizations or the CCP in the larger scale. So in view of that, can you introduce that some of the uniqueness or the content of that bill to us. Can we actually do that? Because I actually understand that that bill was established during the time that when mafia in the US was so very prominent, prevailing, and so that they are establishing this act so that to prevent the government officials receiving bribery from the mafia. So can you tell us a little bit about this bill?
Okay, before I answer the question, I just want to say that, and I get interviewed all the time throughout the world by BBC and the Guardian, the Times of London, the Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, all of them, every day. And that is probably one of the most brilliant questions, most thought-through questions. So, Mr. Luda, 2-1.
那首先呢是在回答这个问题前呢，我必须要是这个的表扬是路德先生的，因为呢，我告诉你啊，我是每天呢都是受到这些的国际上的媒体采访的啊，这个的 BBC 啊，或者是Guardian 监护人这个的报章啊，伦敦的时报啊，还有呢这个的纽约时报啊，很多这一些的媒体呢都会每天的来到采访我，但是我可以告诉你，我刚刚听到你这个的问题呢，这个的问题是我听到最这个的尖锐、最有智慧的一个的问题了，所以我是认为是2-1了，现在是路德先生了啊。
The question is a very profound question. I want to break it into a couple of parts and answer in a couple of parts. Number one is the radical cadre, Wang Qishan and these leaders of the radical element of CCP, this whole spy network they have throughout the world, not just in the United States, but the entire West and in other countries, that they do a lot of money laundering into. A big part of that, though, is to just launder money for themselves. It's to take assets out of China that are really the property of the hardworking Chinese people to get it into the West so that they put it into, if you look in back of us in Midtown Manhattan, these beautiful buildings, there are many of these buildings and parts of these buildings are beautiful apartments. I mean, billions of dollars worth of real estate is owned by the leadership of CCP. And someone should just ask President Xi and Wang Qishan and Li He and all of these leaders of this radical cadre, how do you own all this real estate in Midtown Manhattan? How do you own it under your personal names, right? Well, why is that money not redeployed back into China to have better roads, better schools, better hospitals, pension funds for the Chinese people? Why is this money flushed into the West? And quite frankly, it pays off the elites here that sell them the real estate and do the deals with them. So number one is that whole system of this kind of spy system. One of the principal reasons is to buy influence among the elites in London, in Paris, throughout the Europe, and also here in the United States, number one. Number two is you don't need a spy system. If you just see how successful Chinese are when they come to the United States or to Europe. Some of the most successful people in the United States are the Chinese that have come from mainland China. You don't need a spy system, right? All you need to do is allow people like Mr. Luda and Miles Kwok and Sarah and others just to come and live in freedom. In a thing of rule of law, in a system of a rule of law and freedom, and really self-determination and self-reliance, the Chinese people are going to do fine, trust me. Hardworking and smart. You don't need spies. Why don't you just set up freedom and rule of law, and the Chinese will prosper.
那我这个的问题呢，是一个的非常深刻的一个的问题啊，所以呢，我会呢把它分为几个的层次来到回答这个的问题。那第一方面呢，我想要说的是呢，那这一些的少数的极端的极权分子，就是包括了王岐山啊、习近平啊、这一些的人的话，他们是代表了这个中共极端的极权的这少数分子，他们在全世界建立这一些的间谍的系统、间谍的网络。当然呢，不仅仅是在美国啊，是全世界的各地都有他们的间谍的这个网络进行洗钱的活动。那么他们主要是希望呢是把这个的中国老百姓的资产、他们的这个的资源、财富都把他们收到自己的手上，然后呢是把它呢输出到这个的西方的世界。那我认为啊，他们这样做是非常的不对的，因为的话呢，他们是把你看呢，他们把那么100亿、10亿的这个的中国老百姓的血汗钱都拿到去，我们在买我们是这个的曼哈顿。你看到我们背后曼哈顿的这个的中存地方最 世界上最贵的这个的房地产都是在这个的地方。你知道里面有多少我们中共的官员呢是在这里拥有他们这一些的房地产呢？那么他们为什么不把这一些的钱呢，比如说是王岐山啊、习近平啊、刘鹤这一些人呢，为什么不把这一些的钱回归到我们中国的社会上，建设更加多的公众所需要的这一些道路、学校、养老金呢？而是来到呢用别的名义拥有我们在这个的曼哈顿的这一些的最昂贵的、最高贵的这一些的房地产呢？而且他们这样的做，还是配合了这个的美国的精英的这一个的族群，他们是让他们挣了钱，让他们呢可以是有很多的利益。那么而且不仅仅是在美国了，这个巴黎啊、伦敦呢都是这样的，就是说是让海外的高层跟他们一起共同的拥有是中国老百姓的这个的辛劳刻苦挣得来的这一些的钱，这个的第一部分是非常的不对的。那么第二个部分呢，就是说是其实我觉得呀，中国为什么要在海外建立这个的间谍还有是情报的这一些的系统呢？其实啊，他们只需要是让中国的人有一个中国里面国内有一个的很好的自由的体制，那么也让中国的老百姓自由的可以到全世界不同的地区来到去自由的旅游，自由的来到呼吸国外的这一些的自由的空气。那么因为呢，就是说中国的人非常的刻苦耐劳，而且也非常的这个的诚实，所以的话呢，我们只是需要有他们过来跟我们共同建设社会，那就行了，就根本不需要这一些的极少数的这一些的极端的人，在海外建设这一些的这个的情报间谍的系统，来到为他们自己来到呢让他们丰富他们自己的这个的财富。那么我们需要是中国很多的刻苦的老百姓过来，跟我们共同一起来到呢，是创造他们自由的生活。
Yeah, so I want to go and answer the second part of the question, but the one thing I want to emphasize is every time you see a CCP official in mainland China, no matter how low down the level the CCP official is, you should ask them one question. Why is money going from China by the elites, by Wan Qishan and Xi and Li Hu and all of them, why is that money coming and being laundered into Midtown Manhattan, into these buildings you see in back of us, and not being put back into the regions of China where you live? You should ask them just point blank. Why is this money leaving China? And why is it going into the United States? Why is it going into Canada? Why is it going into London? And why is it not going back to help the common man in the rural areas of China? That question you must ask every CC official, and don't stop until they give you a straight answer.
还有呢，另外我觉得呢，我们还得需要是问这一些的中共的这一些的官员，无论这个的官员呢是多高级，又或者是多低级，或者是多初级，你每一次看到中共的官员，你都必须要是问他们这个的问题，就是说是为什么可以让这个王岐山啊，还有是习近平啊、刘鹤这一些的人，把这一个的老百姓的钱拿到去美国曼哈顿，可以在中城地方买那么多的高贵的这个的房地产，而不把这一些的钱回归到是中国的社会上。地方的社会上，让地方的老百姓可以享有更加好的生活。为什么钱都被用到洗剪去了？去到呢伦敦啊、加拿大呀、澳大利亚不同的国外的地方，来到去进行洗钱的活动，为什么不用来帮助我们中国自己本来的老百姓？每一次你看到这一些的官员，高级也好、初级也好、低级也好，都要问他们这个的问题，直到问到他们给你一个的提出一个的答案。
Now, let's get to the heart of Mr. Luta's question. Mr. Luta brings up a very sophisticated question. Here in the United States, under rule of law, what we had to do basically in the 1980s, about 40 years ago, the mafia had gotten so strong, and particularly in the city that you see in back of us. Manhattan had five mafia families that controlled much of the crime, much of the prostitution, the numbers racket, drug racket, all of it. And so to break their hold onto the criminal elements here in the United States, we formed a group of laws called RICO. right, which was about racketeering, influence peddling. It was a ability to use our Constitution, the rules that have been set up in the United States, but really kind of merge those laws in together to allow law enforcement officials to go after bank records, to go after wire transfers, to get telephone conversations, to be able to get warrants to listen to people, etc., to use a whole range of things in the legal system, be able to go get indictments, to kind of use the court system to go attack the mafia guys. A few years after, and it was a guy, Rudy Giuliani, who you see now defending President Trump. Rudy Giuliani was a very young attorney, U.S. attorney that did that. Years later, Rudy Giuliani used that against the Wall Street. Some of the same people working for CCP today, the corrupt Wall Street bankers, they broke the kind of the criminal element on Wall Street that was really stealing from the common man here in America, okay? And so now, in the 21st century, 30 or 40 years after that, I think when you see things like Miles has exposed the letters and some of the things about the Jolo situation, people like Higginbotham in the Justice Department, there's clearly some sort of conspiracy going on here of influence peddling, a spy network, people working at these investment banks. You look at the H&A situation, you look at the Anbon Insurance Company situation, you look at these real estate transactions on money laundering, you look now, Higginbotham, who was basically a mid-level employee at the Justice Department, got paid $70 million. And so I think what you could see in the future is that these RICO laws used to try to break whatever this conspiracy is by the Chinese CCP to do influence peddling among government officials and among business officials and people in the media. Right? And so I think one of the things that rule of law that Miles and I have talked about is to use the Rule of Law Foundation, to use the Rule of Law Fund to start to look at this from a civil aspect and an investigative aspect. But I believe that the authorities, as you've already seen here in picking up the Higginbotham situation, that you're going to start to see the official law enforcement apparatus of the United States, the court system, the real rule of law we have here officially in this country, start to go after under the RICO laws, and look at this as really an organized racketeering effort and that says something for the people in China that consider that your leaders would actually fall under the category of racketeers. Racketeers means mobsters, right? Means low-level criminals. And that's what I think Mr. Luna's question is so brilliant, is that I do think that you could actually apply the same set of laws that we go after mobsters and gangsters to the senior officials in CCP. And I think that's, once again, the people in China, when you come across these Chinese Communist Party officials, should ask, why are people in America and these other countries think that our leaders could be mobsters, could be racketeers, could be guilty of influence peddling, right, and money laundering, and wire fraud, and bank fraud, and income tax evasion? So I think it's questions should be asked, and Mr. Luna, it's a fantastic and very detailed question.
对，然后呢，我现在是回答最核心的路德先生这个的问题了啊。你刚刚就是说是这个的 RICO 法案是吧？这个的 RICO 法案呢，其实呢是建立于这个的，在美国是80年代的时候，我们建立这个的 RICO 的法案呢，主要是来到对付一些的黑手党，是意大利黑手党啊。那个的时候呢，是在曼哈顿的话呢，是有5个的大的这个的意大利的家族。是完全是控制了所有我们在这里的这个的犯罪的行为的，比如说是任何的这个的有组织的这个的犯罪啊，还有是这个的妓女啊，还有是卖淫啊，或者是任何的赌博啊，或者是任何的这一些的犯罪呢，在那个的时候呢是太过的猖獗，所以的话呢，我们是建立了在政府的时候呢，建立了这个的法制，然后呢是使用一个的 RICO 这个的法案来到呢去对付这一些的5大的家族这个的黑手党，然后那个的 RICO 其实这个的字呢是来自于我们英语的 racketeering 的意思呢就是说是黑社会的犯罪行为的意思，所以的话呢我们是建立了这个的 RICO 的法案。 RICO 法案当中呢是让我们的政府的人员警员以及是法庭的这个的组织呢可以有这个的能力去获得一些的 比如说是犯罪家族，如果是他是涉嫌是犯罪的话，我们可以获得他们的比如说是银行的一些记录，或者是这个的汇款的记录，又或者是他们整个的电话的一些的对话，而且呢是通过法庭可以是传召他们进行起诉，让他们是出庭作证。那么在最著名呢，就是我们前的一个的纽约市长是 Rudy Giuliani， 他现在已经是特朗普的政府的一个的幕僚啊。但是呢，在他年轻的时候呢，他是美国的这个的检控官。第一次的时候呢，他就是由他来到执行这个的 RICO 的法案，针对是曼哈顿的黑社会来到对他们是传召进行一个的起诉。那么后来呢，他又在使用这个的 RICO 的法案，针对是华尔街所进行一些的犯罪的金钱的一个的行为，来到对这一些的华尔街的精英分子，还有是这一些的华尔街的金融的集团来到进行这个的起诉的。那么对的，你也是说的非常的对呢，就是说是我们40年下来，我们现在可以是通过使用这个的 RICO 的法案，来到对于一些的国外，比如说是中国共产党在是美国进行一些的犯罪的行为，来到呢是进行一些的起诉监管。那比如说，因为我们最近也看到了 Jolo 这个的马来西亚这个的主权基金银行盗取了这个的老百姓的金钱这个的事情，来到呢是进行一些的起诉的。因为呢他就是通过了对于司法部门一个的忠诚的职员 Higginbotham 行贿。那么你知道他这个 Higginbotham 只不过是一个的中级的官员，他竟然是收取了7000万元的这个的汇款。那么呢，通过这个的阴谋呀、串谋啊、中共的这个的间谍的系统，那么在对于美国的一些的不同的私人的机构的人员，或者是政府的官员进行这个的汇款，那让那个的海航啊、安邦啊，还有是这个的整个的美国的这个的房地产界来到进行这个的行贿的行为。那么我们是可以呢，是通过这个的RICO 的法案，对这一些的机构或者是这一些的人士来到进行一个的这个的控告，还有是监管他们的这一些的银行的汇款呢、银行的这个的记录呀，以及是电话的通话。但是我觉得呢，你的问题里面其实最谈到一个的非常深刻的一点是什么呢？就是说是我们这个的 RICO 的法案呢，是针对黑社会，对他们进行一个的控告，对他们一个的传召以及是监管的。但是我们竟然是用这一个的对黑社会的法案来到了对付中国共产党最高的领导层的这一些的少数的集权人士。那我们就是等于说是把他们当作是黑手党来到呢进行控告、监管，还有是传召。那么中国的人就是要问了，为什么在国外的社会，美国的社会会觉得我们的这一些的领导是黑社会呢？是有组织的犯罪的人呢？还是一个的有组织的犯罪的一个的机构呢？为什么就是用这个的法案来到呢？针对他们要获取他们，比如说是洗钱的一个的行为的证据、银行的证据、他们逃税的这个的证据，那你觉得这个不是很讽刺吗？
这样啊，班农先生刚才的这个问题回答的特别好啊。这个翻译奶奶呢，这个现在表现是网上一片赞声，说她比前天的翻译好。我告诉大家，这位就是前天的翻译奶奶，同一个人啊。这位翻译奶奶是我见过的海外华人，穿衣服穿的我觉得最好看的，每次见我穿都不一样的衣裳啊。她很有钱啊，这个她大家都是现在呼吁我要给她涨工资。她不需要涨工资，她很有钱，她老公很有钱，比班农先生都有钱，我还向她借钱呢。另外一个，今天啊，本来大家要看到我们今天啊，不是前天的队伍了，这个视频啊什么的，所有的这个团队都是我们自己的，所有的这个摄像机都是买的新的，翻新的新的。结果昨天下午调试完，今天突然间就不灵了，不灵了以后，刚才王艳萍这脸都快炸掉了，我看她都紧张一塌糊涂。是临时从翻译房间到这来变成了现场翻译啊，这个即时翻译、同声翻译变成了现场翻译。那么结果呢，现在是弄这个音错啊，反而竟让大家得到喜欢啊，这是一个。第二个，昨天 VOA 啊同时转播了川普总统的在这个演讲， 我昨天去看了，每次总统演讲我都看，下面有很多留言啊，绝大90%以上的人都在支持我们的爆料革命，支持班农先生啊，这个让我非常非常的感动。然后呢，刚才咱们这个战友人聊天里边啊，很多我简单说，我说完这个呢，咱就休息几分钟，让我们的翻译奶奶去喝点咖啡，咱别断片了，让班农先生大家休息，然后呢，看能把声音再调更好一点啊。我念几个啊，说刚才有个凤凰9天说的班农先生讲的太透了，太过瘾了，你可以即时翻译啊，这个不给你记，我就直接说完休息，你可以选择性的即时翻译啊。有一位凤凰9天，太好了，班农先生说的太透了，太过瘾了啊。然后呢，还有呢，这个有战友说要给班农先生介绍女朋友，这个怎么
？Okay. So let me interrupt a little bit and interpret for Mr. Bannon first. You see that first of all that everyone is saying that they like today's model, and they were complimenting the interpreter today, and which is better than the 2 days ago, the interpreter 2 days ago. But I must tell you that the interpreter today is the same interpreters that we had 2 days ago. It's just that the model of interpreting is quite different, and because we have this new broadcasting system, today our team is completely our own, and we didn't use any external team to assist us, and then because we have the brand new system and brand new equipment, and we tested it yesterday, it worked, but today it didn't work. So the event was also went mad about that. And then also that they were thinking about that the interpreter is good, and then Mr. Guo was just saying that, you know, the interpreter is very old now, but then she actually know how to dress, and then she's turning up new clothes every day. She's very wealthy. She's wealthier than Mr. Bannon, and then so that her husband is so wealthy that you know, is much better anyway. So now, but the thing is also that everyone is listening to a VOA speech yesterday for the State of Union, the broadcasting, and then also that we see that 90% of our comrades, our friends, were very supportive of our broadcasting 2 days ago, and everyone loves Mr. Bannon. And then there were also posting from our friends. Now, for example, Phoenix 9 Day said that Mr. Bannon's your answer is just wonderful. It's so thorough and it's so understandable. It's wonderful. And then someone also wanted to introduce girlfriends for you, Mr. Bannon.
还有这个
Too busy.
他太忙了，没时间。
米西的这位战友说，凯莉穿的是羊绒衫吗？好美啊！然后这3个人的气质都很好啊，特别是凯琳的气质，班农先生的风度。说只有伟大的美国才能造就班农这样伟大的人物。
Okay, so and then Missy also that give us a posting and saying that Karen, what are you the gray sweatshirt that you are wearing was wonderful. Is that wool or some other material? And then the Karen that you are so beautiful and then you are so elegant. And Mr. Bannon, you are such a gentleman. Only such a great country can actually nurture great men like you.
耿言先生说班农声音很有磁性，低沉而响亮。
And also that someone called Geng Yan left the posting saying, Mr. Bannon, your voice is too sexy, and then so deep and full of timbre, and yet loud enough for us to understand.
然后呢，有个叫 Stephen 这个超的叫齐哥好，班农先生是伟大的思想家。
And then Stephen Chow left the posting saying, Mr. Bannon, you are a great philosopher.
然后呢，这边叫 TT 的说，班农大哥你好，等咱们胜利会师喜马拉雅之后，我一定给你介绍一位中国女朋友，包你满意，喜滋滋的，哈哈哈哈。
And then also someone called Danny left the posting said that we are going to climb the Himalayas. And when we climb that, and we're going to actually introduce a girlfriend for you, Mr. Bannon, and I am sure that you will like her very much.
然后有太多对班农先生还有翻译奶奶的赞扬， 还有对凯琳女士的，就是对文贵的一条没有。相当的不太舒服啊。
And so that we have a lot of compliments for Mr. Bannon and even the interpreter and of course Karen, but no one left any message for Miles. I am at the moment very, very sad.
所以决定休息。
So we are now taking a
几分
break
钟以后再回来。
and then we will come back in a few minutes.
准备好，给我点赞美吧啊！
You must leave me some posting to praise me and compliment me as well.
这是 true sir。好，我们休息休息啊。视频进去了，你可以看。嗯。好，我们休息了啊。休息一下，休息一下，休息休息。已经卡了。OK。那应该能看到那个 video。哦，对对对，这个。声音在那边。Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All the people you look. Oh my God.
This is real time now?
No, real time. Yeah, real time. It's a totally, I think, 36,000 people on the live call. Wow. Yeah. Everybody is the love your love Karen. Nobody love Miles.
We gotta keep those. Those are great questions. Keep them coming from.
Yeah.
actually goes to Miles because those questions they were asking were actually coming from Miles' recommendation. Yeah. So he told them that that will be the great questions to ask.那你要给 Sarah 更好的问题呀。Yeah, 你要问 Sarah 更好的问，你要让 Sarah 问更好的问题呀，不要让她输掉呀。
If super professional, cool.
Count it down.
哦，哪个是哪个款啊？
对。亲爱的战友们好啊，我们又回来了。这个大家都休息调整了一下啊，都回来了，非常非常的开心啊。今天这种直播的形式和效果，这个对我们大家呢都是一个很好的一个经验啊。在这个一个全新的设备、全新的系统当中呢，更锻炼了我们的队伍，而且呢，今天凸显了翻译奶奶的这个重要性啊。所以说。这个今天班农先生刚才问的问题也都是特别满意，回答了大家，我看了都是特别满意啊！你看每个人都是对班农先生的，哇，这简直是你看看，这全都是对班农先生的啊！
哇。
So today, again, hello everyone, and we are coming back. Everyone has a bit of a rest, and I'm sure that you regain your energy and then coming to join us again. Now today that we have this brand new experience because we have this new system, a new way of broadcasting, and then so that we actually understand how great our team is and the wonderful people helping us today. Then wonderful team. So that and then also that everyone has a very positive view about our interpreter and wonderful comments for Mr. Bannon. Everybody is sending out these compliments to Mr. Bannon.
刚才的这个大家一致评价2-1啊，路德先生2 ，Sarah 1 ，Sarah 你很惨，现在很惨，对不起了，妹妹啊，郭文慧，现在呢
2-1
So everyone agree that is 2-1, Luda 2 and Sarah 1. I am so sorry, Miss Sarah, and my sister, and then really, and we will help you.
现在呢，请 Sarah 继续问问题啊，请 Sarah 继续问问题。
So is Sarah who can ask question now?
这个翻译姐姐，精确精准的翻译，非常感谢，谢谢班农先生的回答，然后呢，谢谢郭先生给我们提供这个机会。但是呢，下面呢，我要给凯琳提问，因为我们这里有很多战友想，就是给凯琳提问题。那么我稍微总结了一下啊。凯琳你好，你是多么漂亮、多么高贵的，而且你是一个90后。然后作为我们中国人来说，现在的90后都是只是贪玩的年纪，就是不管正事，就是政治的事情啊，他们就不会去关注。然后现在看到你能够站在郭先生的身边，参与到这里来，你明明知道这一切都是有危险的，那么你能够参与进来，你谈谈你心里的感受，作为一个90后的女孩子。还有，如果你以后要参政的话，你的先生会不会支持你 ？Over， 谢谢凯琳。
Okay, so thank you today for the interpreters' concise interpreting, and Mr. Bannon, your wonderful answer, and also Mr. Guo that provide us such great opportunity to have some interaction. But then today, coming up next, my question is for Karen. Now, Karen, that we can see that you are so beautiful and you are so elegant, and yet you are born in the 90s, and so that the people who were born in the 90s in China, they were only concerning about how to enjoy themselves, and they're not at all political. And yet you are right next to Mr. Guo, and then you know that what you are doing probably would have some risk and danger. And so can you share with us your feeling? What do you think about what you're doing? And if you are going to be political and join some political campaign later on, would your husband be supportive of that?
Well, I'll start from the second question. If I will join any political campaign, I just started 2 days ago, so I was on screen for the first time, shaking 2 days ago. So give me some time. I won't be president. I'm not made for that. I'd like to change the world.
You're a new Cortez, new Ocasio-Cortez, right here.
Yeah.
对让我先打断一下，就是说是呢我从第二个问题先回答啊，就是说是呢，其实我可以告诉你，其实我只是2天前才参加是在郭先生身边做这个的直播的，我现在还是在发抖，而且还是很紧张，所以呢，我知道呢，可能我是大概是当不了这个的总统的。当然，班农先生呢就说，不是啊，你可能是想成为我们下一位的那个的女的议员呢，众议员、参议员呢，你就是我们新一代的这个的政治上的领导。请继续。
Okay. After that, there are people who will support me, whatever I will do, no matter what my choices will be, and there will be people who will not support it. It's like this. You can't make everybody happy. So I was lucky enough in my life to have an amazing family who supported me no matter what. I've had amazing friends. Now we had discussions, do this, do that. You could be doing this, you could be doing that. Why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's my life. This is my choice, and they support me or not, I'll go on anyway. So, well, my husband, yes, he'd better support me.
然后呢
Sound like a true millennial.
那么我说呀，其实啊，你知道，在人生当中呢，人们做的事情的话呢，总是有人是会支持，总是有人也不支持。那我是非常的幸运，我的家人，而且是我的朋友。他们都是非常的支持我。当然呢，我觉得呢，其实我们在做事，在人生的途中呢，就是说是有的时候人家不支持的话，当然我们觉得这个事是应该要做的话呢，还是需要去做的。所以呢，我们应该是自己去觉得要做还是不要做，就不是说是人家支不支持我们就不做。那么当然你问，如果是我做这样的事情，我的先生丈夫会否支持？我觉得他必须要是支持，但最好还是支持，要不然他等着等着看吧。那班农先生说是的，他说的真的是我们是新一代的现代女性的这个的想法。
About being, Mr. Bannon just said that I sound like a true millennial. And Sarah,
don't take it personally.
I will. And Sarah was asking me about like a lot of people in China just enjoying life and whatnot. It's not that I'm not enjoying life. You just make choices. I can't just party every day. That's not the kind of life I want. So since I was a kid, I wanted to do things that would help others and change things. I wanted to be a pope. Then someone told me you can't. Then I tried for a while and I just gave it up. But there are other things that I still want to do, and I have an amazing team here that is.
You're ruling out a lot of boyfriends here.
Supporting me.
I don't want to party every day. 3/4 of the boyfriends dropped off, I noticed.
You see.
Her husband wrote that line for her.
然后呢，他说啊，其实班农先生说我不是千禧年的这一些的年轻的人你就说当然呢，其实我也是90后，我是千禧年的新一代。当然我并不是等于说是我不享受我的生活，但是呢，我觉得生活的同时的话，我觉得我不可以是不断的来到去派对啊，不断的只是在生活当中 中是寻求享乐的事情，这个不是我的选择，也不是我想要的这个生活。其实我从小呢，我就有一个的愿望，我必须要是改变世界。曾经一个的时间当中呢，我是希望是当上这个的教皇。人家说你不可以当教皇的，你是女的不可以当教皇。当然我也尝试过，但是最后呢，我觉得还是不太合适，还是放弃了。当然还要做很多其他的事情。我非常感谢我现在工作的这个的氛围，我有很好的团队，我是周围的人呢都是非常的一个的棒的人。那么班农先生就说呢，你这样子说你不要享乐的话呢，半数的男孩子呢都是非常的失望的，半数的上面线上的这一些的留言都是希望是跟你去享乐的，而且他刚刚说不享乐这个事情，可能是她丈夫让她写的，可能不是她真心的。
And then there was another question. I believe it was the first question. If I don't believe it's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm not that important, so they're not after me. No one is really looking for me. And if so, this whole process, me being here, it's not my choice. It's partly my choice, but it's a process that started I don't know when, and someone else up there, you can call him whatever you want to call him, God, Allah, or whatever. He somehow chose for me. So if I'm here, if he decides I'm supposed to be here, I'm happy to be here. And if I'm not, then something's gonna happen. Then I'm still happy to be here.
那么其实你刚刚就问也说我不在意，我不觉得我可能是有危险呢，可能是这承担了一些的风险。但是我可以告诉你，其实我并不是那么重要，没有那么重要。可能我应该不会有那么大的危险，或者是承担那么大的风险。我不觉得有人是再来呢要对我的做什么的事情。但是我也可以这样说吧，其实我在这里帮助这个郭先生的话呢，也不是我自己做出的一个的选择。我是什么意思呢？这个的选择当然是我自己要做出的一个的决定，我要在这里工作但是呢，我走到今天在这里担任这个的工作呢，并不是说是我有什么样的一个的可以做出一个的选择。这个的选择呢，是上天我的天赋已经是为我设计好，要我这样的做，从事这样的一个的工作，做这一个的走这样的一个的路。那么走到今天这一天的话，当然我自己想的话，我不会有什么的危险。但是如果真的我出现了什么事情，有什么的危险的话，我也非常的感谢我的这个的天父为我做出这一个决定，我也非常的愿意今天在这里继续我的工作。
这个我接着说一下这个很多战友们的留言你看都是英文的，班农先生的，这全都是，所以说这个我没办法这个读得完，就是说给班农先生的留言，给凯琳女士的留言，都是赞美和真诚的这个感谢他们。刚才 Sarah 问的这个凯琳的问题也特别好，是很多人要问的问题，等于帮我问了。这个就是现在2比2平，2比2平，2比2平。
So a lot of people are leaving messages for Mr. Bannon and Miss Karen. And we can see that they are in English, so they are for them. And these are the questions that they ask from the bottom of their heart, very sincere and very full of warmth. Now, that in fact, that Sarah's question was a great question because she asked Karen something that I wanted to ask her a long time now. So that her question she has answered is great. And so to me, it deserves 1 point. So it's 2 versus 2 now.
Yeah. 叫文水的战友呢，这个发的特别的这个用英文 ，Thank you, Bannon and Karen, for all that work. God bless you. 这个很多的战友发的就是 God bless you, God bless Bannon, God bless Karen. 所以说呢， 很多战友这些信息啊，都是让人特别感动的。而且呢，这些小红人啊，这个战友们啊，95123呐，都送给了凯琳玫瑰啊。
And then also that we can see a lot of messages were left to Mr. Bannon and Miss Karen, and they all saying God bless you. 天佑大家啊，天佑 Karen 天佑这个的 Bannon 先生 and then also that there were some other messages such as like the little red guy and also 9522 they all sent roses to Karen.
然后呢，很多人说班农先生的眼睛里边充满了魅力眼神，他跟我从来有一看美女都这样。
And then also that someone said that Mr. Bannon's eyes full of attraction and full of this charisma. And I can tell you that whenever Mr. Bannon looking at girls, she looks like this.
所以每次班农先生看我时都是这样看我，都是怀疑的眼神。一看到凯琳，哈就开心了，同宗同教嘛。
And so that because every time that Mr. Bannon looking at Miles Guo, then he didn't look like that at all, you know. But that every time he looks like Karen, he looks very beautiful. He looks at Karen like with this warm and charisma. So, but then of course they are the same kind of people and same religion.
然后呢？很多战友都在问这个文贵看春晚这个播出以后呢，在中国的反应啊，这个还有我这块的信息，大家也都看到了，这个超出了历史上前所未有的被关注啊。
And then also that since that we have our broadcasting, a lot of people had asked Miles about what is the response of the reception of our show, and I can tell you that the reception we gained was exceed any of our event in the past. Is really historical record.
我想跟大家说，这个班农先生还有凯琳女士，我们这个看春晚的最重要的体现了两个核心的问题。
I must tell you that we have Mr. Bannon and Miss Karen joining me 2 days ago in watching the Spring Festival Gala, and in fact that event had manifest two very important, significant issues.
这个文贵看春晚呢，让所有的14亿同胞，还有海外的国际人士，看到了以下的第一个最核心的问题。
And then so that joining us with 1.4 people and friends from China, they all view that we were watching the Spring Festival Gala and broadcasting and commenting that shows us one very core issue.
他们共产党有10大罪恶。
And that is to tell us that there were actually, we needed to understand that there were 10 crimes committed by the Communist Party in China.
共产党不敬天，因为什么？他们把天说上天给我们的空气、山水、空气全部污染了，他不敬天。
So you see that the CCP actually did not actually help us anything, did not subsidize anything, but the thing is that they have polluted everything, natural resources around us, including our mountain, our air, our water, everything.
共产党不敬大地，他把养育他的大地全部变成了有毒的土壤。更重要的事情，他们所有站在这土地上的一切，他都现在通过化学、通过化肥、通过一切都给摧毁了。
And the second crime that the CCP committed is that the CCP depleted everything that is from our earth. They have depleted the earth, the soil, and everything. They have used this kind of like a chemical fertilizer, and then they have destroyed our land, our dirt, our earth.
共产党他不敬神，他不让人信奉基督，耶稣，也不让信穆罕默德，也不让信这个释迦牟尼，也不让信上天任何神，他要当神，他是对神的亵渎。
And the CCP was against God, against religion. They would not let people to have any freedom of religion. They do not believe in God. They do not believe in Muhammad. They do not believe in the Buddha. So that they really destroy religion for people.
他们不孝敬老人，中国最传统的文化，他让所有的党员、所有人们。 他们鼓励这些人背叛自己的父母，然后要忠于党，爹和娘亲不如党亲，所以他们对爹娘背叛。
And the CCP did not revere the older people in the society. In fact, that they encourage people to betray their own parents. They promote this slogan saying that the party is closer to you, is better for you than your parents. And then so they want people to revere the party instead of their older people who are their parents as well.
他们不忠诚于爱情，他们每个人都养小三儿，私生子女，欺骗爱情，玩弄处女，灭了人间最重要的爱的这个天道之法。
And also that they were against love. They encouraged people to have concubines, the third mistress, the second mistress, and then they have a lot of illegitimate children, and they like to exploit virgins, so that they destroy the most natural thing of our world, that is true love.
他们不忠于兄弟姐妹，他们把自己的兄弟姐妹装作很贫穷，来铸就他们的权利，让这些姐妹们成为他们的傀儡和工具。他们对手足比对任何人都狠。
And also that they have no loyalty for their own siblings. That they do not care for the feeling of paternity because they want to use their own siblings, their brothers, their sisters, and then to be their puppet, to be their tool for the power, for the wealth, and so that they do not really help their siblings.
他们不忠于自己的国家，因为他们相信的叫马克思、恩格斯、列宁、斯大林这所谓的乌托邦的虚假的这个共产主义，所以他们是背叛了自己的祖宗。
And they betray their own ancestors and their own belief because they are loyal to this. They are so-called loyal to the so-called Marxism, Stalinism, or that Leninism, and they are loyal, so-called loyal to the so-called utopia. But they have betrayed our root, our ancestor.
他们不诚实，他们相互之间，共产党员之间，统治之间和对待人民都是宣传，都是假的，他们不诚实。
And they are not honest. They always have propagandas promoting for the leaders, for the parties, and for whatever they are talking about. But they are all propagandas and the promotional tools. They are never honest.
然后这些人因为不相信上天，不相信宗教，也不相信人与人之间的法律和道德，所以说他们非常没礼貌，才让中国人成为了全世界最不喜欢的民族。
And also that they have become the most disliked nation or the people of the world because they don't have any belief or faith. And so that they do not believe in the rule of law. They have no ethos. So they become the most disliked people of the world.
他们这些人在中国文化上讲的是义气，就是相互帮助、互相忠诚，而且因为共产党的文化鼓励相互仇恨、相互背叛，所以他们失义。
And so that they don't have this mutual love for each other. They encourage the mutual betrayal, the mutual hatred, and that is actually the root of the CCP. And they have this private and then also this betrayal of the feelings.
他们失信于人民，失信于国际，才有了需要这个让达赖喇嘛尊者写那样的信，然后 WTO 跟美国不算数，承诺给人民民主自由，这个推翻地主就给自由土地，一切都不兑现，相反的来，所以它是世界上最失信的党。
And also the CCP is the party political party that has lost the honor the most, because they do not honor any of the pledges or any of the agreement or the promise that they have made. For example, they have lost the honor, they have violated the promise to the Dalai Lama, to a lot of the people, and then so that they deny the freedom of the people, so they are the most dishonorable party of the world.
所以共产党的10大罪恶是什么？
So that
背天、欺天啊，欺神，背弃父母啊，然后忘掉兄弟姐妹，欺骗爱情。 忠诚、礼仪信，中国历史的道德10大罪恶全让共产党给占了。
So that the greatest crime of our history, the 10 most heinous crime, that is that you are dishonorable, you have violated the rule that given us from the sky, from our God, and then also that you betray your own siblings, you have been honorable to the true love, and you deny people the freedom, you deny people loyalty, you encourage people to be dishonest, and so all of that, it is the manifest of the 10 most heinous disloyalty and crime.
班总先生，你看我这10个问题是中国文化的基础。
And in fact, Mr. Bannon, you see that the 10 things that I just suggested, they were actually the foundation of our Chinese culture.
这10个中国的忠诚、礼仪信，父母、爱情、兄弟和天地，他全背叛了。这就是事实吧？
You see that when we're talking about the culture of China, the most ancient of the culture of China is that we must have loyalty, we must have moral, we must be loyal to our siblings, to our parents, we must be truthful to true love, and also that our loyalty, and all of that have been violated by the CCP.
所以班农先生、凯琳女士，你们应该向西方人告诉说，这10大罪恶，共产党是真的存在，还是假的存在，还是一小部分存在，和真的很严肃存在？我告诉你，整个中国的最文明的文化、最灿烂的历史、最伟大的文明，就被这10大罪恶的共产党彻底给摧毁了。他们要把这10大罪恶，现在要发到你们西方来，要让你们来接受，你就甭得教皇了。你到中国去，你就不知道这成什么人了。班农先生，你去想想，你的父母、你的家人、你的女儿会接受一个这样的一个党到你们西方来吗？
And then you see that Mr. Bannon and Ms. Karen, what I was just telling you is that the CCP violated those 10 crimes which were the foundation, the culture, the civilization of China. And yet, so that you think about that, these crimes, were they just committed by the entire of China, or by the Communist Party, or by the cadre? Were they just a superficial crime, or they are very severe crime? I can tell you that the culture, the civilization of our wonderful China has been completely and thoroughly destroyed by the CCP. And now they are trying to destroy the same civilization and culture in the West. Can you even imagine that your family, your parents, your daughter would be violated like that?
中国现在历史上最伟大的文化，不论是朱熹，还是陈九渊，还是王阳明的心学。王阳明的心学最重要的是心外无物，知行合一，致良知，一切都要以善待百姓，善待天下。可今天共产党让全中国人民学王阳明先生的心学的时候，你的良知在哪呢？你的灭良知、灭人性，以假治国，以警治国，以黑治国，还要把这东西要送到西方来，这不是人间最大的悲剧、最大的骗局吗？
So you see that one of the greatest civilization in China is also that we are the believer of our philosopher and our poet Wang Yangming. And he promoted that we must know our conscience, we must be exemplary, we must do what we taught, and we must have an open heart and open mind. Now that the China, what they have been doing, were violating all this philosophy, and they are ruling China by faking it. and they are ruling China with the police force. They are ruling China with the black force, and they are trying to export all these fake things, policing rules and the black force into the Western world. How can we even tolerate that?
所以呢，我请班农先生，过去1年多里，包括凯琳包括我们的翻译奶奶，跟我共同经历了无数次的翻译，秘密的翻译。我们走到世界任何地方，我们的班先生千万不要反中国人。我们中国人是最可爱的民族，最和平的民族，最善良勤劳的民族。要反共产党，共产党不是中国的敌人，是全世界、全人类文明的敌人。
And so that is, and now I also want to reiterate one point is that I've been spending a lot of time and talking to Mr. Bannon and Karen, and also that our interpreter have been working with us a long time. And then so no matter where we go all over the world, wherever the corner that we landed, I tell people that we must not go against the people of China, because the Chinese people were the most industrious people that we have known, the kindest people, the cleverest people, and the nicest people that you can find. But we must anti-CCP, the Communist Party of China, the cadre of them, because they are not only the enemy of our people, but enemy of the world.
所以呢，我们这就是过去这个2年来爆料呢。这个班农先生，我觉得他最大的对中国人的贡献最大的贡献就是其中之一，就是把10大共产党的罪恶传到了西方，让世界更多人知道。而且班农先生他在这个欧洲，在这个南美所有的国家政要跟他的好朋友，包括意大利的新的上任的总理都是他最好的朋友。他现在班农先生还对宗教上正在全力以赴的让公教看到共产党对他们的威胁，对这些全世界威胁。这是第一个。刚才我说共产党的10大罪恶是春节联欢晚会的第1大核心。一会儿再说第2个问题。
So that in the past 2 years of my broadcasting, that I really was very fond of Mr. Bannon, and I am really grateful to Mr. Bannon, because one of his greatest contributions to us was that he actually understands these 10 greatest crimes that committed by the Communist Party of China, and he brought these 10 greatest crime of the CCP to the West, to let the West know about them, to broadcast them, to put it into the open in Europe, in Latin America. And then, in fact, that Mr. Bannon was friends of the presidents of a lot of places, and so that he let them understand the threat, the great threat that had been posted by the CCP, and also that is the one core incident that we watched the Spring Festival Gala, and that is to tell people this happened and the 10 greatest crime the CCP party committed. And then I'm going to share with you the second incident.
所以呢，第2个问题呢，就是这个文贵看守馆让全世界，班农先生他没有意识到，他真没意识到，凯林也没意识到，我们用一个成功的伟大的国际政治家。穷人运动的领导，我们叫穷人运动领导，和凯林一个有信仰的90后，和一个非常帅的文贵，打开了一个西方国际大门，把这个爆料革命战场拉到国际上来，让西方人强烈的认识到，共产党对西方的看住政治、经济、文化、军事、宗教。就是信仰是最大的威胁，然后让西方要什么呢？要行动，要团结，要彻底的反对中共，而不是中国，让所有的全世界的有良知的政治家们知道，反共才是未来。最后一条，只有反共，只有撤掉推翻共产党，中国才是世界和平力量。这10个贡献已经通过文贵春晚彻底传到了世界。翻译奶奶，你能记住吗？
Okay.
我考过你。
Yeah. So the second issue that we had already we wanted to share with you is that the whole world now should know about what we were we had known about China, and that is the contribution of Mr. Bannon and Ms. Karen. Actually, they had not known that. You see, the thing is that Mr. Bannon is a populist. I call populist the pauperist, because that we are the force representing the poor people, the paupers. Now we have the greatest strategist, Mr. Bannon, and the wonderful Karen, and of course the handsomest Miles Guo. We were sitting here together to watch the Spring Festival Gala because we want to tell the whole world, the West, that the threat of the CCP. So we have brought the threat that against China to the international arena. Let the West understand what we are up against, that the threat that posed by the CCP is imminent in different areas, such as like the political threat, the economic threat, cultural threat, military threat, and the religion also under threat. So what we need to do is to take action. We need to form alliance. We need to go against the CCP. We need to bring forth the conscionable politicians in the West to join forces together and to take down the CCP. Only then the Chinese people would become the true peace force of the world.
现在这两条说完了。文贵爆料春晚的这个2个重大的意义是这些。然后我们接下来呢继续回答战友们的问题。这个北京姑娘聊天室说爱死帅哥文贵先生，这是今天听到的唯一的稀稀拉拉的赞美，非常珍惜啊！现在还请路德先生啊来问这个问题啊，你想问什么问题？请路德先生准备。
Okay, so I just finished sharing with all of you the true significant meaning that brought forth by our watching the Spring Festival Gala 2 days ago, and that is truly the most wonderful, important meaning. Now that I just received this posting message that from a lady from Beijing, and then she said that she loves Miles Guo, and that is the only one compliment that I received today. I really cherish you and thank you. Now that the time is going for Mr. Luda to ask the next question.
这还有一个问题啊，非常我们的所有的中国人非常关注的，大家知道，就是在人类历史上的这个独裁政权有很多种模式的溃败，一个是前苏联的解体，到后来，利比亚的卡扎菲的倒台，再到伊拉克的这个萨达姆的倒台，再到上个月这个委内瑞拉的这种模式，可以说是一种新的模式啊，不费一枪一炮，但是呢，马杜罗政府就成为了非法政府。好，在这个问题的基础上，我想问一下班诺先生，就中国这委内瑞拉的这种模式，您觉得中国是否可以用这种模式未来来操作？这是第一个问题。第二个问题，就中国如果用这个模式可以操作的话，中国到委内瑞拉这个模式中还差哪些部分，我们是否还不具备？第三个问题就是说，在中国如果未来能够操作这个模式，您觉得谁可以成为就现在瓜伊多这个角色被美国政府认可的一个这样的合法总统临时总统，合法临时总统？
Okay, so this question is for Mr. Bannon. You see that there were many forms of a dictatorship that appeared in the world throughout the human history. For example, we have the former Soviet Union, and we had Libya, and then we have Gaddafi, we have Saddam Hussein, and the most recent one is the Venezuela. The old government was displaced by the new government. Now that, so I have 3 questions concerning that. The first is that, do you think that China can actually operate like the Venezuela government now that, displaced the old one, that have a new one coming up? And the second question is that if you think it is possible, what's missing that what is the missing part that we cannot do that yet? Is there anything that we can do to actually speed up that process? The third is that if China is operating like the present Venezuela government, is there anyone that you think that we could actually be, it can be the present leader that could be recognized by the US and the rest of the world to be the temporary leader of the government?
Thank you, Mr. Luder. That's actually a brilliant question. I think the fundamental thing that separates out Venezuela from China. Remember, the entire Venezuelan revolution, or what took over Venezuela many decades ago, was exported from Cuba, right? Mm-hmm. And Cuba got it from, basically from the Soviet Union and the Chinese leadership of the CCP. Mm-hmm. The single biggest difference is that Venezuela's in collapse because the West has kind of stepped back and just let the natural corruption of the socialist system and the cronyism and the corruption around. Remember, in Venezuela, you have oil reserves and oil resources that are as good or better than Saudi Arabia. The average person in Venezuela has lost, I think it's 7 or 8 pounds in the last year because they live on a starvation diet. Now think about that for a second. How can you have oil resources greater than Saudi Arabia, and the average person loses 7 or 8 pounds because they don't have enough food to eat?
那我首先是跟你谈第一点啊，就这个呢，首先是我们来到看一下是委内瑞拉跟中国之间的一个的分别啊。其实我们首先是来到了解一下呢，其实委内瑞拉上一次的这个的革命啊，他们整个的这个的革命是来自于前苏联的。那么苏联这个的革命吧，就是从古巴传过来的。那古巴，然后是这个的苏联，以及是其实归根到底还是从这个的中国共产党把这个的革命这个的信息是输出去，然后是才成就了这个的委内瑞拉上一次的这个的革命啊。当然呢，到了现在，我们看到委内瑞拉整个的政权的这个倒塌下来的话呢，是为什么呀？是因为你知道啊，就是说是它是行走一个的社会主义，它是一个这个的裙带的主义，是吧？那么当然呢，它这个是当中有很多的利益的既得者。那么当然呢，你要知道委内瑞拉它的有一个的石油的存量，它石油的存量的质量比沙特阿拉伯更加的好，但是委内瑞拉的这个的老百姓竟然在那么富有的这个的石油的这个的一个的质量下，有那么多的石油的这个的资源下，竟然是人均啊，在过去那几个月，就是每个人就失掉了。就丢了7个英镑、8个英镑，就是说他们的每个的人都是失去这个的体重，那么都瘦了。那么你觉得每个人在那么短的时间当中就已经是瘦了下来，根本就是因为他们没有粮食、没有食物，导致到他们出现了这个营养的不良，人的这个的体重是下降。但是这个的国家是有那么丰富的这个的石油的这个的资源，那为什么呢？为什么会出现这样的这个的事情呢？这个是第一点，我们必须要是深深的那个的去思考的。Yeah.
The only difference between Venezuela and the Maduro government and the corrupt radical cadre of the CCP of President Xi, Wang Xishan, Li He, and others is international support. Wang Xishan 2 weeks ago, or 10 days ago, was in Davos, in Switzerland, the beautiful resort, with all the money guys throughout the world, all the BBC and the Financial Times, and Wang Xishan shows up, right? Who's the single biggest oppressor of the Chinese people. And he is lauded. He is feted with cocktail parties and champagne receptions and all of this by the world's elite out of Paris and Germany and London, all the banks, McKinsey, Booz Allen, all the big consulting firms, they treat him like a god, right? And he gives a speech, and on the pages of the Financial Times, you know, the number one paper in the world for the party at Davos, on that day that he spoke, they had a huge picture of Wang Qishan, and they said he was identified as the vice president of the Chinese regime and the head of the anti-corruption campaign, right? He wasn't said that he's your oppressor, right? Or he's a money launderer, or he's taking billions of dollars for his families and buying these buildings in back of me, right? Not for you, it's your money, but he's taking it for himself and his family. He's putting it right there, right? None of that. That's all missing in here, right? Mm-hmm. And the people in Davos are all sitting there. You know why? Because they're making money off the Chinese regime. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's a total and complete scam. These people are all guilty. The only difference in Maduro in Venezuela and the radical cadre of the CCP is that the world's elite kisses their ass, mm-hmm. right, and supports them because the world's elite's stealing as much money from them, right, as they're stealing from the Chinese people. They're in partnership. They're like a mafia. This gets back to the question of the RICO thing we talked about earlier. It's the world's elite, the party at Davos, those people that are in the World Economic Forum, right, are just as corrupt as the CCP heads because they're the ones that prop them up. And that's the central problem we have. Everybody should remember, Wang Qishan went to Davos and was treated like a conquering hero. A month before, Michael Bloomberg, who wants to be president of the United States, wants to run against President Trump. He says President Trump's a crook, President Trump's incompetent, President Trump's a bad guy. Little Michael Bloomberg, right? He is in Singapore and he introduces Wang Qishan on a stage. He doesn't say Wang Qishan enslaves the Chinese people. He doesn't say Wang Qishan's a money launderer. He doesn't say Wang Qishan steals money from the Chinese people to buy real estate for himself here, right? Under all these phony names, right? He said that Wang Qishan is the most important political figure in the entire world. In a big audience in Singapore. That's the problem. You take away that international support and the Chinese radical cadre of the CCP collapses overnight. Mm-hmm. They are propped up. They're propped up by people in the West that make money off them, and that money is literally stolen off the backs, out of the mouths of the Chinese working people.
那么其实呢，我可以告诉你啊，委内瑞拉跟中国之间最大的一个的区分呢，就是说是你知道这个的 Maduro 政权是没有获得国际支持，也没有获得国际的舆论的支持。当然你知道啊，习近平、王岐山、刘鹤这一些的人，他们呢在国际的社会上是备受表扬的，人家就觉得他们呢，是非常的这个的好的一个的领导。他们呢是比如说是王岐山刚刚是在这个的瑞士的达沃那开会是吧？在那个的地方的那一些的国际的舆论的报章，比 BBC 啊这些的媒体啊，金融时报，他们都是在说啊，这个的王岐山呢是那么多的这个的英明的一个的领导啊，而且这个的王岐山也是在当地跟所有的这个的全世界的精英的分子，来自于是巴黎呀、德国呀不同的地方的这一些的分子，他们都是来到呢是非常的友好，而且是受到的呢国际上的各种各样的一个的支持。麦肯锡啊也是非常的在追踪他们呢，也是对他们非常支持。跟上了这一些的顾问的公司都是对他们是非常的支持。所以呢，王岐山呢，那个的习近平啊、刘鹤这些人在国际上是受到的重大的表扬，以及是让他们感觉到他们好像是神一样，有巨大的这个的能力。这个是他们跟这个的委内瑞拉最大的这个的分歧是吧？因为大家呢都知道委内瑞拉这个的政权是腐败的，他们是这个的所以呢受到很多的国际上的舆论的这个的攻击，这个的这个反抗。 但是中国并没有啊，中国他们去到这个的领导去到达沃的时候，没有人说哦这些人。他们是盗取了中国老百姓的这个血汗挣回来的这个金钱财富，然后呢，在海外的地方去洗钱，那么才去进行腐败的运动，在这个中央公园的南部买了那么多的高贵的这一些的曼哈顿的这个房地产，没有人这样说啊，都说他们是这个的英明的领导啊。那么当然你知道，这个就是等于说是他们。因为能够是那么的执政，而且是受到那么多的这个的，那么的有那么大的这个的力量，在国际的社会上进行那么多的这一些的腐败的运动，是因为是国际社会以及是国际的媒体对他们的支持。所以的话，我们那就说回来了，我们刚刚说的这个的，我们必须要是在获得。国际的社会以及是国际媒体来到认识清楚，他们其实是进行这个的腐败的行为，好像是我们刚刚说是用这个 RICO 的法案对待他们，来到呢是要发现他们的这个的行为，证明他们是在盗取了中国老百姓的这个的金钱财富。对他们进行这一些的腐败的行为，来到做出这个的切入，来到做出这个的爆料。那么你知道，在一个的月，在刚刚在瑞士的大会前的一个月，那个的布伦伯格也是在一个的金融的会议上，他称那个的王岐山是成为现在国际上是最有权力的一个的政治的领导人。他竟然是这样说，这个的布伦伯格想要是挑战这个的特朗普的政权。他说特朗普是一个的坏蛋，是一个的骗子，但是他不是也是跟这个的中国的共产党是同谋吗？他不是告诉大家是中国的共产党是一个的最好的这个领导吗？最好的这一个的政治的人物吗？他也没有在会上说是这一些的中国的领导人是腐败的呀，在海外洗钱呐，那盗取这个中国老百姓的这一些的钱呢，他没有这样做呀。所以我们要知道，如果是中国要获得这一个的这一些的改革的成功的话，就必须要是要有这个国际社会上，还有呢这个的国际的这一些的媒体揭发他们这一些的事情。
哎呦，刚才我就以为。I worry her, can't remember this so long.
Good, very good, excellent.
This is the translate grandmother. This is grandmother. 我们给他简单，我现在你不要翻译啊，你不要翻译。
Too young and beautiful to be grandmother.
给你20秒钟休息啊 ，You don't need to translate. I talk to you. Give you 30 seconds rest. 我让他休息。我刚才半农先生这个问题呢，下边呢太多的人这个反响了，都说半农先生是第一次。第一个西方被中国人所尊敬的领导人，公开的批评王岐山的人，说半农先生大家看到这下面全部都是大家都看到这个郭媒体的下边，全部都是对半农先生刚才讲话100%支持的这就是民心这就是真正的这个为什么半农先生受到了世界上和中国人民的尊敬这是个真正的核心。另外一个，刚才我们在这个半农先生讲这些问题的时候呢，我脑子突然间就想到了2个问题，就是有一个非常我们半农先生我们都认识的一个欧洲领导人，昨天下午的时候给我打电话说这个恭贺我春节，然后呢他说他和几个欧洲有一个叫做退休领导人俱乐部，都是那些领导人，他说他们全部看了半农先生和我们的这个文贵看春晚。而且说梵蒂冈的教宗们主持人看了我们的这个文贵看春晚，这个事儿是很大的事儿，大家要记住。就是说，半农先生现在正在致力于让西方的宗教最后这块领地不要被共产党再给污染了，不要再放上毒去，这已经引起了世界上的共鸣。这是不是开玩笑的？这是为什么半农先生我说他坐在这里的时候是我们非常大的荣幸，因为昨天这个领导人跟我说 ，Miles， 我过去超级不喜欢半农，我恨半农。他说，但是我在欧洲看到他做的事情以后，我开始在理解他。他说现在看到对着中国共产党说这些事情，我真的开始尊敬他。这是昨天一个
欧洲的可能将影响世界命运的人之一的一个领导人给我说的话，拜托了，翻译奶奶，你还得翻译一下。
对。
这班农这好听话，你能说说吗
So that you see that what Mr. Bannon you just said gain the hearts of the people. And that is why that we have so many people leaving us a supportive message about what you just said, and they agreed with you, and they consented with you, and you gain a lot of respect from our fans. Now, what you said actually brought forth two questions. I can share with you that someone, a prominent leader in European countries, had called me yesterday after watching our show, the Watch Spring Festival Gala show. And then he called me and he said that there were a lot of the retired leaders in the European countries watching the show. And then also they're telling me the Vatican, in fact, was watching the show as well. And that to us is a big deal because that you see that we are trying to protect Vatican. That is the last back garden of the Western civilization and not to be polluted by the CCP. And that is really gained a lot of recognition from the people from all over the world. And so that European leader actually said to me that in the past, he did not like you. But he started to understand you after that you had presented speeches in Europe. And he now heard what you just said against the CCP, that he respects you now. That is one thing. Yeah. 然后呢?
Yeah, go ahead.
You go, please.
Well, listen, I have dedicated my life to this populist sovereignty nationalist movement on a worldwide basis, and particularly here in the United States, but throughout the world, in Europe, in Brazil, in China. As I said, I come from very humble roots. I come from a very working class family. Our family would be old 100 names, just a very basic working class family. And so when these leaders say, I don't like Mr. Bannon, I don't like Mr. Bannon, I really don't give a damn about these leaders. I'm glad he respects me now. If the working class people, what I want is the respect of the working class people throughout the world. If I have their respect because they think I'm telling the truth and I'm speaking up for them, then I think I've done my job. Because if you look throughout the world, the working class people are taken advantage of. Right? Even here in the United States, that's one of the reasons we fight every day in the Trump movement to make sure that working class people and middle class people have a bigger voice, because the elites, the money elites, are always trying to take things just from themselves. In China, it's obviously worse because let's be honest, the people of China are suppressed by a totalitarian dictatorship that only gets worse every day. And if you want to see the greatness of the Chinese people and how the Chinese people are great, just look how they flourish when they get to, all you have to do is look at when the Chinese people get to a place where there's freedom and where there's rule of law. Look how they flourish. Here in the United States, I can't tell you how many success stories there are with Chinese people who come over here, and because there's a set of rules, and if you work hard and you play by those rules, you can be enormously successful, and nobody tells you what to do. Then the Chinese people are going to be very successful. And I found that out throughout the world, that if you give working class people a set of rules, and if you give them freedom, and you give them liberty, right, which is the same things that were fought for in the American Revolution, the same things were fought for in the French Revolution, and I think we got ready for another revolution worldwide to be able to get to free working class people and middle class people from this bondage of these corrupt sons of bitches that are basically suppressing people throughout the world, and particularly someplace like mainland China, where it's just gotten really now out of control. And it's only going to get worse with this whole social credit score, which is just a digital enslavement of the Chinese people.
那么呢，其实啊，你刚刚告诉我这个的欧洲的领导啊，从前不喜欢我，现在是尊敬我。但是我可以告诉你啊，我呢是来自于这个的非常是谦卑的一个的背景。我的父母亲呢都是一些的最民间的这个的最草根的阶层的这一些的人，所以呢，我关心的是一些的草根的人。是一个的基本的人的一些的人权，而不是一些的领导喜不喜欢我，我真的管他的呢。他喜不喜欢我，我都不会，我都根本都不会理会。我最重视的是获得了这个的草根的人 对于我的尊重，他们是否喜欢我？因为我很清楚的，也是在美国看得非常的一个的明显，就是说是草根的人、中产的阶级，他们的人的声音是最响亮的。但是呢，他们往往是被一些的极权分子、政治上的一些的精英人、经济上的精英人来到呢去被剥削，被这个的把他们的利益都被夺取了。所以的话，我要站起来，是为这一些的草根的人。一些的社会上的边缘的人、低层的人来到呢，为他们争取他们应有的利益。而且呢，我也知道，其实啊，你看中国的老百姓就是最强大的一个的族群，他们也是有美好崇高的这个的品质。每一次他们去到一些的自由的地方，有法治的地方，他们都能够是获得成功，因为他们知道他们的努力是可以获得这个的反馈的。是有这个的报酬的，因此他们获得成功，而且没有人告诉他们要这样做，要那样做，要剥削他们，没有人去让他们这样做，他们可以呼吸这个的自由的空气。所以我觉得这个呢，正是我们过去我们美国的代表，我们代表了自由，我们代表了这个的解放。那么这个呢，也是我们美国以及是法国革命的这个的意思，这个的意义，我也看到呢。其实，在未来这个的非常的贴近的未来的话呢，我们会有另外一场的这个的革命将是会发生。发生的话呢，我们看到是在中国，因为有太多的人是被压迫、被压制。没有自由，没有法治，而且这个的情况是越来的越恶劣。因为啊，现在这一些的压迫呢，不仅仅是行为上的，还是呢，伸延到这个的一个的电子上的一个的素质上的一种的压迫。这个的情况呢是不可以持续下去的，所以我们会看到有一些的新的革命即将会爆发的。
好，现在呢，我现在咱继续啊 ，Sarah， 现在。看来人家又赢了，路德又赢你了。现在是路德是3比2啊，3比2。
So Sarah, you can see that it is now your turn to ask question, but then you can see that Luda is again 1 point up. Now it's a 3 versus 2, Luda 3 and Sarah 2. You must catch up.
Sarah， 请问 Sarah。
美国司法部会否对美国之音及安曼达还有其他就是替 CCP 在美国及世界上撒谎造谣的这些媒体进行起诉？还有中共的防火墙是否违反了中美贸易条例？谢谢班农先生。
Mr. Bannon, that is a question coming from friends of the voice of a friend. Okay. And the U.S. Justice Department, would they be prosecuting the people who were helping CCP creating rumor and propaganda? For example, organizations such as like the VOA, Armada, and or other kind of assisting, aiding and abetting organization for the CCP. And for they creating like a defamation and also the rumors against us. And then also the firewall of China, were they against the terms and the conditions of laying out from the free trade negotiation?
Yeah, Sarah, these are great questions. It's now tied. It's 3-3. It's a great question. But I want to go back, and particularly the people that are fighting for freedom in mainland China, and the heroes like Mr. Luda and Sarah that are fighting for you here in the United States. We have to see. I mean, it's to be seen. I think one of the most significant things is that Higginbotham. Yes, Higginbotham. Higginbotham is the first time in American history that a senior official in the Justice Department has been basically caught as a traitor to his country for money. right? This is at least $70 million that Higginbotham has pled guilty to. This is not even a matter of debate. He had a plea deal. And so the question's going to be, and I think this talks about one of the problems we have here in the United States. The Higginbotham case, if Higginbotham was working for the Russians, okay, and it was somehow associated with Trump, literally TV would be 24 hours a day. They would not go off the air. That's all they would be reporting, okay? NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, it would be 24 hours a day. If it was Russian and it dealt with Trump, that's all you would hear, okay? Mm-hmm. They haven't gotten anything on any of these Russian investigations on Trump that pales in comparison. Higginbotham took $70 million of money stolen from the poor people of Malaysia. The people in Malaysia don't have a lot of money. They stole that money from them to pay a senior U.S. official, part of it, to get, guess what, Miles Kwok extradited back to China. So listen, here's the thing about Miles Kwok. For all you people out there that are online and trash him all the time, if everything he says is a lie, if everything he says is made up, if everything he says is bullshit, then why is it every time you turn around there's another senior person trying to get Miles Kwok out of the United States and back into China, including Higginbotham at the Justice Department, who they paid $70 million to. And this is not Steve Bannon saying this. This is Higginbotham when he pled guilty. He's going to prison. He's already pled guilty. So the question gets to be, and I want to bring this up very specifically, and I'm going to name names, and I'm sorry if I'm going to hurt some feelings. Mm-hmm. But the other night, we had a, 7-8 hour broadcast here put on by Guo.Media, totally one of the most professional things I've ever seen, and with a backdrop that's better than Fox News, better than CNN, better than CBS. All these guys spend billions of dollars. Guo.Media's got the best setup, right? 7 hours of talking about corruption, potential assassination of the Dalai Lama, trading out the dictator in Korea, of getting all his bank accounts, CCP. I mean, one level of corruption after another. About Hong Kong, all of it. Okay? All of it. Okay. Not one word from the VOA.
Okay.
Not one word from VOA, from VOA Mandarin, Voice of America Mandarin Service, that the American taxpayers, the little guys in America, pay hard-earned money for VOA Mandarin Service to be able to preach the truth and the facts to the Chinese people. So here we have to have Guo.Media, expatriate Chinese, and people like Sarah and Mr. Luda, expatriate Chinese that are putting their lives in danger. He's putting his life in danger. The crew's putting their lives in danger. Our amazing producer, Yvette, putting her life in danger. Our tremendous translator. All these people putting their lives in danger, right? And yet Voice of America, which the American taxpayers pay to tell the truth to the world about China, nothing. We do the entire press conference for hours of the 500 people in China that are missing or in prison or murdered. Voice of America, nothing. Amanda Bennett? Amanda Bennett from is that her? The woman, Amanda Bennett, who fired Sasha Gong, who tried to clear out all the truth tellers in Mandarin, VOA Mandarin Service. I gave a 1 hour interview. 1 hour interview to the VOA Mandarin Service for the 40th anniversary of the Mandarin Service, okay? Based around Deng Xiaoping's visit to the United States, the 40th anniversary thing, a 1 hour interview at my home in Capitol Hill. And here's how much they showed, 0. And you know why? They said, Mr. Bannon has too much hot talking about Wan Xishan and Li He and President Xi and the radical cadre of CCP. The Voice of America, Amanda Bennett, the American executives, including Chinese Americans who run it, are cowards. Okay, they are cowards. They have betrayed the American people. They have betrayed the Chinese people. They betrayed the great legacy of the Voice of America and Radio Free Europe by their cowering to the radical cadres in the CCP.
第一点呢，我想要说的话呢，就是说是，你知道我们在美国，我们是首先呢是要非常的尊敬你们这一些的自由的战士、战友之声的各位的人士，也包括了路德先生跟 Sarah， 是因为是有你们是不断的来到支持才可以的有今天的。当然呢，你知道是在我们在美国。那刚刚我们听说过了，这个的 Higginbotham， 这个是司法部门的一个的中级的一个的官员，他呢是第一次，我们是在美国的历史上有这个的司法部的人，竟然是成为一个的叛徒，那么他背叛了我们自己的这个的国家，收取了国外的汇款，那么7000万。那么然后的话呢，而且呢，他这个呢已经不是说是我们怀疑的，是一个的现实，因为他已经是承认了他的这个的自己这个的犯罪，所以呢，他也是被这个的收监的。那么这个是不容置疑的。那么在这一方面的话，我们就显示了我们美国现在面对的这个的问题。你看到，如果 Higginbotham 这个的司法部的这个的人，他如果是为俄罗斯来到去做这个的间谍，收取俄罗斯的这个的汇款，然后要对付的是这个的特朗普的总统的话，我可以告诉你，整个的美国的这个的媒体 NBC 啊、CNN 啊、ABC 啊、或是任何的一个的媒体都会呢大肆的这个的进行报道。但是现在呢 ，Higginbotham 做的呢是为中国这个的政权收了他们这个的钱。那么来到呢，去进行呢这个的，为了这个的马来西亚是他是帮助这个的人来到呢偷取了马来西亚银行这个的政权里面的这个的钱，那么就是偷了这个马来西亚老百姓的钱。马来西亚的人也不是说是非常的富有啊，根本是偷了他们钱是很大的事情啊。但是在美国，我可以告诉你，没有人去管，也没有人去报道。那么他们，而且呢，而且呢，你知道，在美国，我们有郭文贵先生不断的来到追踪这个的事情，把这个的事情呢披露出来，才可以造成有人是被这个的被抓，而且是被逮捕的。但是呢，竟然有在线上还有是你们都知道，有很多人呢还是在说郭文贵先生是一个的说谎的人，他就是谎言是遍地。但是如果真的他在说谎的话，为什么我们不断的看到是中共有人在不断的来到做出一些的事情，要把郭文贵先生是呢潜回中国？如果他真的是说谎的，如果他说的事情是不可相信的话，为什么他们不断的让人做出各种各样的这个的方式，那个的战略，要是把这个的郭文贵先生是遣返是去中国呢？这个不是已经是本身已经是很可疑的一个的事情嘛？那么然后我再说，就是说是呢，其实啊，你刚刚说这个的 Amanda Bennett 是美国之音这个的高层的这个的职员是吧？他是辞退了莎莎贡。那你知道，其实啊，我也曾经接受过 Amanda Bennett 1个小时的这个的访问。是当时是为了美国之音这个的40周年来到为他做一个的采访的，接受他一个的采访，而且呢，他是在我呢华盛顿首府我的这个的办事处自己的家里面采访我的。他问了我很多的事情啊，但是我告诉你，最后是怎么样呢？他们根本就是没有把这个的访问播放出来。为什么？因为他说他的借口就是说是我当时说的太多是王岐山、李和，还有是这个的习近平的事情。当你知道我们美国之音啊，是美国纳税人的钱来到支持的，我们是希望呢把这个的美国之音能够把一些的真相，把一些的事实，把一个的自由的空气可以传播到全世界去。但是我谈到真相的时候，他们竟然就拒绝报道，而且呢也是没有把它呢是公开的播放出来。那所以我可以在这里说呢，其实美国之音 他们这个的 Amanda Bennett 这一些的人，他就是违背了我们美国之音美国的这个的自由社会里面的最高的这个的原则，就是追奉这个的自由文化。他们是懦夫，他们是出卖了美国的老百姓。中国的老百姓，而且呢，也是出卖了我们美国之音的原来的这个的道德，而且是自由播放这个的一个的原则，这个是我的意见。
刚才这个班农先生对美国之音的这个回答呀，让我也很惊讶啊。这个班农先生很准确，阿曼达到底应不应该留在美国之音？下一步还会发生什么？班农先生，请你简单回答一下 Sarah 女士这个。
In fact, Mr. Bannon, your answer to Sarah's question, I am very, very shocked by your naming names. And so let me ask you, do you think that Amanda Bennett should still be kept in the VOA, should still be under VOA's employment? What do you think the next thing happened to her?
Not only don't I think Amanda Bennett should be removed immediately as the head of VOA for the Mandarin service. I think there ought to be a thorough and complete investigation of Amanda Bennett and her husband to see what, if any, ties they have to China and to the CCP and to business activity over there. You know, Amanda Bennett has gone out of her way. She pulled the plug on Miles Kwok's live interview. And why she pulled the plug? Because Miles Kwok was talking about Wan Xishan and Wan Xishan's stealing of the ownership of HNA from the people of China and Hainan, who used to own it. What Miles Kwok was saying when the plug was pulled was that HNA is now owned by 2 trusts set up in this very city, in New York City. 2 New York City trusts with young men who had association with Wan Xishan, right? And not the people of Hainan, not the region, okay? That's what he was saying when the plug was pulled, and she was the one that ordered it, okay? She then ordered the firing of Sasha Gong. Sasha Gong is known as one of the best reporters about what's happening in mainland China. It's because of Sasha Gong's continual reporting about the oppression of the Chinese people. She was fired, okay? And then I did a 1-hour interview, I sit for very few interviews with mainstream media, but when I do, it's 1 hour. Every interview I have sat for has played in its entirety, except the Voice of America Mandarin service, where I sat for the 40th anniversary show, 1 hour. And here's how much they showed. None. And I called up and I go, where's the interview? And they said, oh, you were too much hot talking about CCP, the corruption of CCP, radical cadres of CCP, the enslavement of the Chinese people, the oppression of the Chinese people. And I said, I thought that was the whole reason the Voice of America was set up as a service to preach freedom to oppressed people. Not 1 second, okay? Amanda Bennett should be immediately terminated, and a full and deep investigation by American legal authorities should be into the corruption of the senior leadership of the Voice of America. Because I think what you're going to find is some sort of collaborative nature between senior leadership of Voice of America and radical cadres of the CCP.
那我觉得我可以告诉你呢，是 Amanda Bennett 的话呢，对这个人呢，我觉得我们要马上进行一个的调查，而不仅仅是说是把他马上呢是解除他在美国之音的职务，而且我们必须要是呢深入的调查他，以及是他的丈夫，看他是否跟中国是跟这个的中国共产党是有任何的这个的联系啊、关系啊，以及是业务上的一些的交割。那么我可以告诉你是由 Amanda Bennett 他个人主导了。郭文贵先生是当时受美国之音的这个的采访的。那么郭先生在节目当中是谈到了，刚要谈到是王岐山，控制这个的海航，那么而且是海航它的这个的所有权的可疑。那么因为呀，你知道海航 并不是由海南当地的老百姓所拥有了。现在，他这个的海航的股权呢，是有2个的年轻人，而且是跟王岐山是相关的2个的年轻人，在纽约市持有这个的海航这个的信托，慈善的信托，这个不是很可疑的事情吗？当呢是郭先生在这个的美国之音谈到的时候呢，就是由 Amanda Bennett。个人是下令来到呢，是阻止这一个的采访的继续的进行，而且呢也是辞退了莎莎贡。那么你知道这个呢，莎莎贡是因为采访了郭文贵先生，也是用了很多的时间进行这个的尽职的调查以后，才是进行这个的采访的。但是呢，他也是因此呢，而是受到这个的行动。那么，但是你要知道，他们还呢对我采访了1个小时。那我可以告诉你，我一般的来说呢，我不会接受一些的这个的主流的媒体的采访的。但是由于到那个的时候，我认为呢是美国之音是一个的倡导这个的美国自由言论以及是宗教自由的这个的电视的电台。那么而且的话呢，它是专门是播放给一些的受到压迫的国家的老百姓是知道的。所以呢，他们40周年，我就答应了他们接受他们1个小时的这个的访问。那当时后来呢，访问了以后，而且是我自己1个小时的时间是非常的宝贵的。竟然访问以后呢，他们并没有是播放。然后呢，我就打电话去问他们，他们说因为是我在接受访问的时候说太多是关于是中国这个的一个的少数的极权分子对老百姓的这个的压迫的事情，王岐山的这个的事情，习近平的这一些的事情，我说的太多了，指出他们的这个的问题太多。但是我就说，这个不正是我们美国之音的这个的作用吗？我们的服务就是要服务一些的被迫害的或者是被压迫的国家的这个的老百姓，让他们知道一些的事情的真相嘛。所以的话，因此我觉得绝对是需要是对这个的 Amanda Bennett 进行一个的我们是美国正式对他进行这个的调查。来到调查他们是跟中国是有什么的关系。我可以告诉你，我们可以绝对的发现呢，是美国之音的高层不仅仅是 Amanda Bennett 个人吧，整个的高层可能是跟这个的受到这个的中共的这个的收买，还有是跟他们作为一个的合作，成为他们的这个的工具。
你要什么问题？
我很想问一个问题。So you were just talking about Chinese people suppressed by a totalitarian regime. Now, why are we able, and why do we want to talk about Trump so much? Why do we want to talk so much about Russians? Why aren't we able to talk about the Chinese and the Chinese elite? And instead, we have someone, Bloomberg, going to Singapore, licking Wang Qishan's booth. Just for investments? Are we, and I'm not talking about ordinary people, are we just as guilty as 100%. The Communist Party?
The elites in the West, the financial, and this is what the H&A lawsuit, this is what, if you saw a press conference, if you haven't seen it, I hope Niles puts it back up on Guo.Media. The press conference right before Thanksgiving over here in November. It was a couple of hours long and went through a lot of details. The reason that this system is allowed to go on is that the elites in the West, the bankers, the investment bankers, the hedge fund managers, the consultants, the lawyers, the accountants, all the people who went to the great Ivy League schools, that went to Princeton and Harvard and Yale and all these places, the American elite, they're all making money in business with the CCP, okay? And they, to me, are just as guilty. In fact, they should be even more guilty than the mobsters in the cadre of the CCP who are oppressing the Chinese people, right? Anybody who's making money off the money laundering that is coming out of China by the CCP elite to buy all of this real estate in Midtown Manhattan is, to me, guilty of collaboration with a dictatorship. And they're just as guilty as people that would have worked with Hitler and the Nazis in the 1930s, okay? And one of the things we've said in the Rule of Law Fund, we're going to expose all their names. And we're going to expose it, so absolutely. The CCP leadership would collapse in a day Just like in Venezuela, they would collapse in a day. If the party at Davos backed off, right, it would collapse. It is supported by the elites in the West, the party at Davos. And why is it supported? Because they have a business model. They have a business model that works, that they make money. This is why they hate Trump. Trump is not perfect, okay? He would be the first person to tell you he's not perfect if you got a chance to talk to him. He's not perfect. He's a very flawed individual. But here's what he did. He was a billionaire who had a very nice life. His penthouse is about 5 blocks south of here. He had a great lifestyle. Beautiful wife, great family, lots of money, jets, golf courses throughout the world, top resorts. He gave all that up to run for political office, to represent the little guy in America, and all they've done in the entire time is destroy him. Now, yesterday it was announced that the federal prosecutors are looking into his business. They want to take his business from him. They want to take his ads from him. Right? The elites want to put him in jail. And why? Because he talked truth to power. And one of the things he did, one of the most significant things he did, was to call out the CCP. To call out this whole scam that's been going. And the elites don't like that. That's where the pressure on Trump is, to cut a deal with China that doesn't get to the fundamentals. That's why Mr. Luda's comment earlier was so smart, because Trump last night talked about the structural changes that have to come to China to kind of unlock value for Chinese people. And so I think we're at a very inflection point in history. This is not going to be easy. This exposure of the CCP, this collapse of the CCP is not going to come just with one broadcast. As Miles said the other day, 2019 is the year of action. Okay? We've had enough talk. It's time to take action. The CCP is only going to collapse, and the world's elite that support the CCP and are just as guilty of this oppression is only going to collapse if we take action. So 2019 is the year of action.
那么呢，刚刚呢是凯琳呢是问班农一个的问题的，凯琳说。你刚刚也是说到呢，是谈到呢，是中国有这个的集权的这个的少数集权的人，这个的领导，那么他们是对中国的老百姓的进行很多的压迫的，那么也对中国的社会也是有很多的压迫的。但是呢，我们是在美国，我听到了很多是关于是特朗普跟俄罗斯的这个的丑闻的事件，而且呢，当然我们也知道是美国有很多的这一些的金融的这个的精英。那比如说是布伦伯格，他们也是对这个的黄岐山，他们特别是尊重这个的黄岐山呢，对他呢奉承的很多。那么其实为什么我们会谈那么多是关于这个的中国奉承这个的中国领导人呢？对，说他们的好话。但是我们我们为什么关注特朗普跟俄罗斯那么多，但是没有对这个的中国方面的压迫呢进行一些的报道呢？其实我们自己也是有一些的责任的，是吧？那班农先生他说完全正确，凯琳你说的完全是非常的正确。那么其实啊，你知道是在美国方面。我们曾经是看到有海航的这个的法律的诉讼的问题，是吧？那么这个的那个的诉讼的问题呢，我们是在过去我跟郭先生是在11月进行这个的新闻发布会的时候公开出来的一个的事情。那但是呢，当中你看到了。当中最大的一个的问题就是我们整个的美国的体制，我们的精英的体制都是在帮忙着这个中国的共产党以及是中国共产党旗下的一些的机构，比如说是海航他们。那这一些的精英的体制啊，就是包括了我们在美国的银行家啊，那么我们的私人银行家呀，我们的对冲的基金的管理人啊，我们的顾问的公司啊，我们的会计师啊，我们在这个的美国的常青藤学校出来的这一些哈佛呀、普林斯顿啊这一些的顶尖的精英的人士，他们都是忙着的来的帮助中国共产党在美国进行各种各样的这个的迫害的这个的活动。那么但是呢，我们在美国不断的报道他们的好事。他们我们也根本没有去说他们正在进行洗钱的活动，他们是剥削了这个中国老百姓的他们的血汗的这个的金钱，我们反倒是表扬他们，所以我们是跟这个的共产党同样的 是有正在犯罪，我们也是有这个的，我们也是有罪，我们也是犯了罪。我们是有问题的，那么而且呢，我们现在犯罪，我们不仅仅是跟他们同样的有犯罪，我们犯的罪比他们更多，因为我们是帮助了他们，来到呢进行更加大规模的这一些的犯罪的行动，来到呢去洗钱啊、腐败啊，各种各样。其实他们，你知道这个的共产党现在他们的所做的行为，跟希特勒的时代有什么分别呢？跟纳粹有什么分别呢？可能有过之，没有不及的。所以的话，我们必须要是把它揭露出来，就好像是郭先生，好像是你们在线上进行这个的爆料一样。那如果中国共产党是没有获得美国精英这一个的机构这一些的专业的精英人们的帮助的话，我可以告诉你，明天这个的中国共产党也将会呢，就是失去它的这个的力量，它也会倒台的。所以的话，其实啊，你说中国共产党是一个的魔鬼，但是我说啊，美国我们这一些的国外的精英帮助他们的，也是更加的魔鬼的一个的机构。所以的话，我们必须要是阻挡这样的事情的发生，我们就必须要呢去帮助。我们来到呢去报道这一些的事情，而且呢不让这个的精英主流来到帮助是中国共产党。我可以说就是说是呢，现在是处于这个历史性的转捩点，我们可以是有这个的能力采取行动的话，我们将是可以把整个的共产党呢是拉倒，让他们倒下来。所以文贵说的很正确的是，2019年是行动的一年，我们这一年必须要不仅仅是说话，而且要呢站起来进行行动。
谢谢啊，谢谢翻译奶奶。咱们今天的访问到此为止。根据目前的情况啊，3-3打平，路德3，沙尔3，大家同不同意
？So that today that our broadcasting would conclude here, and that based on what we see is 3-3, Luda 3, Sarah 3. Do we all agree?
打平。然后呢，现在有几个声明啊，明天上午9点钟到12点继续播啊，继续同样的方式直播，还是班农先生、凯琳美女我们在一起直播，还是跟 Sarah 和路德先生会连线啊。然后呢，会没有其他人再进来，有 Sarah、路德你们再商量一下啊，然后你们再去准备更好的问题。今天的问题可以说是在中国历史上将会留下灿烂的一笔啊！你先翻译，翻译奶奶。
Okay, so I need to make several housekeeping matters announcement. Tomorrow our broadcasting will continue from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Karen and Mr. Bannon will continue to be joining us. And then also the Sarah and Mr. Luda may be asking questions again. And if you, I don't know if you are having more guests asking questions, then maybe that is your arrangement. But then we will be employing the same model as today. We'll be answering questions, and then also that today our question was so brilliant that it's going to leave the names in our history, and it's going to be a wonderful page in our history. Thank you.
关于法治基金呢，刚才已经把账号推出去，那是班农先生的法治基金，他是主席。Sarah 给郭宝胜捐了500美金啊，你被他给骗啊！我告诉你，这个路德先生从来不花钱。我见你俩一会儿直播完，一人先捐100亿给班农先生的基金啊。
And then also that, from the Rule of Law Foundation, I have something to tell you that, that we are having the license, and then Mr. Bannon is our chairman, and then he can receive donations. But you see, Sarah, you have made a $500 donation to Guo, and Luda did not make any donation to Guo. But the thing is that I must tell you that it is, if you need to make donation, that you can actually, we can all make $100 billion to Mr. Bannon in the Rule of Law Foundation, okay?
那么再一个说的是这个 Rule of Law 的基金呢，我是一个赞助者，班农先生是主席。按照美国的法律的运作，所有人、任何人需要班农先生这个基金给帮助的各族人民、各层次人民，只要被共产党陷害的需要我们帮助的， 各方面请和我们联系。班农先生一定会尽全力用法律尽所有的资源来帮助大家的。
And for the Rule of Law Foundation, I am merely a sponsor, and Mr. Bannon is the chairman. And then we would operate adhere to the law of the United States. And if there is any ethnicity, any people from any ethnicity, from all walks of life, if you need any help from the suppression, oppression, then please do contact Mr. Bannon, and we will deploy all resources we have to give you any assistance that we can. Thank you.
关于这个翻译奶奶，我也再重申一遍，她很年轻，特别漂亮。因为我需要她呢，这个不要她出镜的问题，就是我希望不要打扰她的私人生活，特别的美丽。而且我说过，是我见过最会穿衣服的中国美女，人特别的善良。特别的勇敢，
可以不发吗？这段
这个翻译奶奶，我们也恭喜，这跟你要继续翻译啊。
这个不太好吧，自吹自擂。
继续翻译。
Well, I must tell you all that our grandmother interpreter, in fact, that is not 90 years old, and she's still in her prime, and then she's quite okay looking, and then she wear nice clothes, and then so that we don't let her coming into the camera because we want to protect her privacy, and so that but the thing is that yes, she's going to continue to interpret.
今天的直播说 ，please,
And she just made a mistake. She's not quite okay. He said she's very beautiful, and she can dress, and she's one of the most beautiful Chinese women that has a wonderful taste.
Exquisite taste.
今天所有的这个评价最多的是凯琳最美，翻译奶奶最棒。班哥哥最帅，郭先生最调皮。
So today we have this comment from all over. Is that Miss Karen is the most elegant, the most beautiful, and then the interpreter is great, having a great, performing greatly, and then Mr. Bannon is the most handsome and the sexiest, too sexy in fact, and then Mr. Guo is the naughtiest.
Yes, that we agree on.
那我们大家都同意。
另外一个呢，今天我觉得在这个里边留言中，咱们体现了爆料革命中战友的伟大的智慧和你们的丰富的知识面。今天谈到了很多这个政治这个单词和思想。如果班德先生懂中文的话，我相信班德先生会非常感动的啊。比如说这个 populism， 很多人翻译成民粹主义啊，民粹主义还有民族主义都是不对的。严格今天战友这在下面留言说非常喜欢班农先生现在推动叫人民运动，人民运动啊，这个我觉得太好了，他是服务于99%的最穷阶层的人，这是班农先生来自的地方，这个翻译叫人民运动推行的，这个是最准确的词儿。以后我们就是说班农先生是人民运动的缔造者和创造者，他将在中国会推动同样人民运动，像委内瑞拉、像巴黎、像巴西一样的。
So in fact that from what we glean from today's questions, we can tell that our broadcasting, the fan of our broadcasting, and also that our friends and the network of our broadcasting, they were all very knowledgeable people and very people full of wisdom. In fact, that if Mr. Bannon knows Chinese, that he will be greatly moved and touched. In fact, that Mr. Bannon, you have talked about the populism. Now, the populism in Chinese, and a lot of people translated that word into 民粹主义 or and then 自由主义, meaning that the campaign of the grassroots and then also the liberty. But the thing is that what I think what you said is very true too, is that you compare our campaign as people's campaign together with the French Revolution and the American Revolution. You are helping the grassroots people, the 100 names of the 100 families of the people. And so that is why that from now on we will say that you are the founder and the initiator of this people's campaign for the grassroots people, for the 100 names.
然后叫文凡还有很多战友们说呢，平民运动会更加的贴切啊。我觉得人民运动非常好，平民运动更加完美啊。
And then I feel like that the people's campaign probably is okay, but then I think the common people's campaign is even better and more appropriate.
班农先生喜欢平民运动，所以今天我们有个非常定义， 班农先生是平民运动创始人啊。
So we all agree, and then in fact, Mr. Bannon likes the term the Common People's Campaign. So from now on, we will say that Mr. Bannon is the initiator and the founder of the Common People's Campaign.
感谢很多战友的说，都喜欢班农先生的头发和他的笑容啊。实际上，我这告诉你，班农先生肾比我好。前天的时候，我上3次洗手间，他1次没去。
And you know, everyone left a message and saying that they like the hairstyle and the smile of Mr. Bannon. But I tell you one thing is that in fact, the Mr. Bannon's kidney is even healthier than mine. I went to the bathroom 3 times, and Mr. Bannon did not even go once. So he has a pair of very healthy kidneys.
所以说，战友们，我们是有一个健康的班农、帅气的班农、美丽的凯琳，是一个国际上的种族大和和大团结，是一个信仰的大佛教啊、天主教，我们有基督教，我们是各个宗教的大团结。这就是我们今天21世纪人类面对的，没有什么事情是某个国家、某个民族的，人类是一个共同体，地球是一个共同体。班农先生和凯琳和我和这个屋子所有人，包括对面的燕平，我们的翻译奶奶，坐在这一起的人，就证明了人类的未来是和平相处，是和谐相处，这是真理。共同不同的宗教、不同的皮肤、不同的文化，但我们有一个共同的理想，就是以人为本，平民为本，绝不能被极少数人驾驭。这就是我们爆料革命的核心价值。
And so my last word is that we have the very healthy and handsome Mr. Bannon and the beautiful Miss Karen. But the thing is that we are here together with all 40 different kind of organizations in the religion. But the thing is that what we want to say is that it is an inclusion society here with us. And then we have different people working with us. We have an interpreter with Yvette and Mr. Bannon and Karen. We have different color, different religion, and different ethnicity, different nationality. But we are all living together in peace and with harmony. That is to demonstrate that the world can have peace. And then it's inclusion, and that is because we are all working for the people, for the common people. That is the core essence of our broadcasting. Thank you.
那么今天我们的这个爆料呢，就暂时结束。为了让大家呢都能休息好，因为国内很多战友们还得晚上休息。明天我们这个时间见。不同的宗教、不同的皮肤、不同的文化，共同的善良和真假之分。和我们共同的以人为本是我们的奋斗目标，干掉共产党。我那天叫了10回，哎呀，我都忘了，结果一查10回，我今天就别喊了，这嗓子喊哑了。现在我们以热烈的掌声结束今天的文贵爆料春晚，连线路德先生、Sarah 女士，谢谢帅哥美女。今天2月6号，谢谢，伟大的一天，谢谢。
Okay, and I am going to let everyone to go to have a rest because I know that now is midnight in China. And so, but the thing is that tomorrow we are going to be here broadcasting at the same time. And then we will have Mr. Bannon and then Miss Karen and myself. And then from different people, different religion, different skin color, different culture. But we are all here. We are all very kind to each other and we know how to tell right or wrong. Our core is to bring down the CCP. That is so that we can all live peacefully and together. And thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Luda.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Super, sir. Thank you so much.
谢谢凯琳，谢谢。
Great show.
Great show. 好，我们就谢谢翻译奶奶。Yeah.
Oh, you guys cut.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. Thank you.
哎呀，忘了。